damage. Let me get on over here, make sure that I switch that over to match number 2. Alright, let's get that off there, get that off of there, and let me put the iPad up there. Oh, the wrong screen. Let's put the iPad up here. There we go. And find almost there, Moten, right there on your screen, guys. Let me, do I have enough time? Do I have enough time to find them on both screens? Did I? I did. Alright, here you go. Match number 2, flight path coming in from that western wasteland wall, far to the west of Monte Nuevo, going through Monte Nuevo, all the way down through Leones, following the Monte Nuevo Leones corridor. Look at that, all the way out just between Impala and Puerto Paraiso, south of the islands. Acta, hello, wow. Alright, so let's go. It looks like the very start of the flight path this time is really congested. We have teams going all over the place. Like somebody dropped a bag of marbles on my screen. We have Velocity headed north. We've got Nexus Alliance headed up towards El Pozo right there with your team, Acta. OTB going up right between Velocity and Nexus Alliance, just to the western side of El Pozo. We got Unique Legacy down in Monte Nuevo. We got version 9 with Finial and the Digital Age headed down towards Faya del Mar. Looks like almost there, doing just fine. Let's see, what is Moten doing? He is right on over here. I think they are going to do just fine. Velocity. Oh, no. There goes one of yours. I'm going to get on over here for you. Acta. We just lost Darwin to Velocity. But it looks like Yusuf. Oh, go Yusuf, go. Oh, maybe you don't want to see this. Maybe you don't want to see it. Come on, Acta, believe. Your boys are getting on out of there. Look at that. We got a knockover on a Joy Boy from Velocity. And it looks like Yusuf has made it over to the compound. Let's see what Viri is doing. Looks like he's already got an M4. So I think Joy Boy is knocked right outside. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get Joy Boy picked back up because he's right over here. I do think that there's another one with him. That was a Nuxify that was able to get that knock. And now we got more fights going off. Let's see. Skybot coming on in, and I will try to keep an eye on this. Oh, it looks like Gamma coming up and around on one of your players. Very right on down below. So Acta, I'll try to keep an eye on that, but we do have teams going off all over the place. Let's get on over here because I think we just lost one over here. Taking those shots, but coming right on down into version 9. So now version 9 has already been down here looting up BMF 77K, trying to come up and in onto one from version 9. And it's a Stod. A Stod has all these players coming right into his compound, and he has been knocked. And there he goes. So now Godkid is the last one still standing right next to Finial, but we also have the Digital Age not that far away as well. We'll stay here with Godkid for just a minute. Oh, he's taking those. Oh, and Finial. Look at this. Blues up to 3 eliminations. But don't forget that the Digital Age is right on over there. And I think that is it for your team. But it is only the second match, Acta. We do have Rondo coming up very soon. And you know your team likes to get lots of eliminations over there. And let's see. Simple Minded over here. I think we're by the cave. But we are in a fight with Made in Nepal. We did lose Retta Boy. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. We are on Ducky, Domain, and Waterboy moving on up and through there coming on over, but we've also got fights all over the screen. Let's get on over to the Panthers. We got the Panthers right over here. They are up to 3 eliminations. We did lose one from the Panthers, but we've got 2 other teams over here. We've got the X-Rated. It looks like X-Rated was in a fight, and we do have, it looks like we've got one of them. Bombits is DC'd. I'm not sure if he's gone from, oh, there it goes. There he goes. All right, so we still have the Dark Side Knights down here as well. So the Dark Side Knights keeping an eye up there. We lost Ifwick. Foxy, if you're out there, your boy Ifwick is headed to Rondo. All right, so the Panthers, as we know, always drop San Martin. They know the. Hello everyone, and a happy Saturday night. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. We are here with XO Esports. This is the $700 Conquest League. Tonight is a $40 practice scrim. These are your finalist teams. So these boys will be competing for the $700. And just to make it spicier, XO Esports put $40 more on top of this. So let's go. In slot 3, almost there. Slot 4, Velocity. Slot 5 will be the Paper Rex Fem team. Slot 7, the top losers. Slot 8. Or 7. Guys, I'm still taking cold medicine, but I'm getting there. Slot 7, Team Entity. Slot 8, T Games Esports. Slot 9, 0 Mercy. Slot 10, AMG Esports. Slot 11, Alpha 4 Legend. Slot 12, Team Control. Look at that there. All in their seat just as I said that. They jumped up. Isn't that the way it always happens? Slot 13 are the Dark Side Knights. Slot 14, Incognite Evolution. Slot 15, Oblivion Esports. Slot 16, Unique Legacy. Slot 17, Finalists. Slot 18, OTB Esports. I want to see you guys calling them out because I know you guys love them in my chat. In slot 19, Manic. And 20, Omerta Esports. There are your finalist teams. These are the teams competing for the $700. Woo! I see Velocity coming on in. Look at that. All 4 of Velocity coming in at the same time. They must have been warming up in some wows. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's go ahead and put the iPad up there. Make sure everything is check, 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 check. Guys, you gotta hurry up and let me know who you want to jump with. We are on hard start. Let me see who's pinging me now. That's all good. That's all good. All right, I think we are good to go, guys. I got all the checks and balances. Tell me something good that you guys have done this weekend. Let's get this chat rolling tonight. I want to see some shout-outs to your teams. I want to see some shout-outs to your favorite players. Maybe a shout-out to your favorite PMSL team. Yeah, PMSL playing at the same time. We got our Brazil boys. What do you guys think of the Wolves? Let's go NA. You guys know I love my NA teams. And Remix and 9 Ziegler, he will always be an NA hero to me. Alright, so let's see. I think we're just about full. Oh, we are missing a full team. OTB! Where's OTB? Octa, where's your team? Octa usually very, very active in my chat. No Octa, no OTB. Hopefully they'll get in soon. Maybe even, let's check to see if we've had a, yep, they postponed it. Well, it is 2 minutes after, so they said they'd give them until 2 after, so maybe they're waiting for OTB, but I don't see them coming in. I see a couple of missing players, 11 and 19. There you go. Bama boy, where'd my picture on the thumbnail? Yes, on the thumbnail. If you guys go and check, Mr. Bama boy, he is on the left side. And in the middle, I think it was F1 from AMG. And then to the right, Team Control Benke, if I remember which ones they were chosen. Bama boy, though. Bama boy, I'll jump with you if I can find your name, unless you've changed it on me again. You and your name changes, Bama boy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know which one you are, Bama. I don't know, but I'll jump with... Bama, who are you? I'll jump with Zelo. Alright, so there we go. Let's get him up on the iPad. There he is. And then get Zelo over here. So our little fitties match. Word, my picture on the thumbnail. Alright, here we go. Tonight's first of 5 matches. Yes, you heard me right. 5 practice matches for these boys. We're coming in from that north side of Milta Power Peninsula to the north of Milta Power. Going over Milta, over the top of the Shark Spin, the West Bridge, and just to the south of Primorsk. There is your flight path. So now let's see where all these boys go. And already top losers off that. Ooh, they are jumping with some teams. Let's give them some screen time. Let me get this off my screen. And while we watch them reach Lipovka, I'm going to go ahead and check the rest of the map, see what's going on. It does look like top losers are going to Lipovka for themselves, but we do have Unique Legacy right there with Velocity. Just to the north of that, they may end up landing on top of each other. So let's go over here and see where Velocity is. Let me check in on Gamma getting that car. Gamma's doing just fine. Anuxify still up in the air though. Ooh, Anuxify's in trouble. So let's hope Anuxify, he does have an M4. He picked up the M4 and the Uzi. Coming right out and around. Look at this. He's already got it. He's already got one knocked. And so is he going to get that? Yes, he is. He's going to even get that elimination. And the rest of his team, let's see, there's another one down from Unique Legacy, and they're still coming up and around. And Starboy, Anuxify with 2, and SK Bot with 2. There you go, the very first sweats of tonight. And let's see, it looks like we also have Alpha 4 Legend right down here with T-Game in the military base, right on top of each other. Over here at C-Black, and I think, ooh, there goes Alpha 4 Legends out to T-Games. We did lose one for T-Games, and we are not going to the military base. You can see that the zone has moved over off of them. I see AMG in that early fight. Let me go over here to AMG. As soon as we get a break from all this action, guys, I will put the map up so you guys can check it out where these teams are. Ooh, it's Shinra. It is Shinra right across from AMG. And oh, fresh in F1. F1 is the center screen of the thumbnail. And we do have team 20 or 17 right across the way. Team 17, Vinial now down to just a solo player. And it is just Chris over here. Chris trying to stay alive, trying to keep his team in. Oh no, we do have new jeans over here as well somewhere. Oh, woo! Chris down to 2 HP. Shinra, look at this, trying to get Fresh back up. Fresh is at 1 HP. Chris coming down with the AK and that Uzi, trying to get those shots out the door. We do have Ocho Loco, and so now New Jeans. What are you doing over here? It looks like New Jeans is gonna. Okay then. Goodbye, New Jeans. So now over here we do have almost there, right on top of. Ooh, it is the Paper Rex Femme. And where are we? We are right on the edge of zone, just to the north side of Quarry. Hello, Foxy! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so these two teams are right on top of each other. And it looks like Lisa's over there trying to get some shots. We did lose 94 almost there. So let's see what is going on. Lisa does... No, it's Katie. Sorry, guys. It's Katie over here with an elimination. Let's see what's going on. We're over here at the swamp. Not where I would have expected a standoff between these two teams, but sometimes on those early drops, that's where you end up. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. You guys can check in on your teams. We are already down to 13 teams. Alright, so there you go. Let's go back to almost there. Bear up to 2 eliminations already. Was there one missing? I wonder who they ran into at the very start, because I did miss that. And I don't see a duo anywhere else, so I'm not sure if there was a duo that came in that I missed, but we'll stay here for a minute. Let me go ahead and check around on the iPad, see if anything else is going on, because I do see a lot of these early rotations. We've already got Omerta coming into the zone. Zero Mercy coming up and out of Milta, getting into the zone, and AMG is moving around. So I think we may have some early. Oh, I see another fight going on. I think these guys are just. Let's check over here really quick on the Manic. It does look like Manic had a team coming up and around, and Manic is down to just a duo. I'm not sure. I thought that was someone else. Vortex. I'm not sure what's going on. One big yell. Look at that. They were just moving out and around, but they are headed right over now into Team 13, the Dark Side Knights. So we'll stay here with them, see what's going on. Hello. So, ooh, they're coming up over here to school apartments. So we'll go ahead and stay here, because you know we're gonna have a fight over here. Omerta coming on in. So let's check in on that Evil Bert. What you doing, Evil Bert? They're coming right over to you, aren't they, Evil Bert? Alpha 4 Legends. I'm sorry, Foxy. I'm sorry. Alright, we're gonna keep an eye on this, because we do have Omerta. Is this Omerta? Team 15, Oblivion Esports. I'm sorry, that's Oblivion Esports over by Incogna Evolution in Pachinki, and they do have Entity coming up on that western side. So we might also have a fight over there. We still have Elasti up in that Stauber area, and then we do have the top losers coming on in. The top losers may run into AMG right over here by the shelter. So they're on a collision course. I can see that about to happen. And it does look like we still have the Paper X Fems right here on top of almost there. So we got all sorts of chaos about ready to break out again. But while we have just a second, let me go ahead and show that to you. And it looks like that fight over in the other side, they did get a knock over onto almost there. So Paper Rex Fam coming right up and oh, and there goes almost there. Out, and look at this, all four of them from the Paper Rex Fam. They are still in this. We've got Emily and Katie still in this, all four. So we do have a couple of places that we need to keep an eye on. Omerta is right here with the Dark Side Knights. So they are sharing the school apartments. And look at that, our zone does collapse, and we're going down to that southwest edge of the zone. We got Rozhok Ruin Shelter and quite a bit of the river, but this is a very normal zone. Very, very good zone for most of these players because they know how to rotate. They know which way they want to come in. They know which compounds they want to use. And soon we will know where they want to go as well, because these are the practice finals. So, or the finals practice, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. But the next couple of days will be finals. They will be competing for that $700. So they got to take every bit of this that they can. While I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and put this up for their VOD reviews so that they know where these teams started, where they're gonna rotate, what kind of rotations they take, how many players they send to scout, you know, all the stuff that the teams need to know for these tournaments. All right, so we still have a standoff, which is really odd for apartments. So you guys think, but we do have. It does look like Entity may be moving into Pachinki. So let's get over to Pachinki and find out what's going on with Incognite Evolution. They've got Entity getting into position right around them, and they also had the other team not too far away, Oblivion. Oblivion is also on that western edge of Pachinki. So let's see what's going on with Oblivion. Are they getting into position up? They are just over here at the slaughterhouse, just paying attention, just holding it all down. Let's see what Ace OP Entity, Ace OP up here at the Pachinki Church. And Entity it does feel like they are getting into position to push down into the Pachinki area. I'm sure they know that there is a team in there. Ooh, and that was coming from Oblivion over at that slaughterhouse. So I think Entity, they may even be going over there to see who's knocking on their helmets. Hello. Alright, so we still have two teams outside of zone, but they are not in the blue zone any longer, but they do need to come on in. And let's see, the rest of the teams look pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and move it on over that way just a little bit. I think Entity is trying to decide whether or not they want to take one of these fights. And while they do that, I'm going to go ahead and put that iPad up again so you guys can study your maps just a little more. We're about ready to restrict the play zone. Oh, I see, 2 minutes before the play zone. Alright. So we got plenty of time, and we got plenty of space for these teams right now. Hello, Tiger Lee! Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so let's go. Let's check in on another team, see what's going on further over to that west. I thought I saw them getting close over here. Yes, they were. Top Fragger right on over here. One of them from Top Fragger does get knocked, and it's Zelo, the one that we jumped with. So let's see if they can get him picked back up. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they've already got him picked back up. Manic with those shots across. And let's see, is Manic still? Oh, they all three of them are now in this, and they're down over here in the Potato Hill Compact. So all is good. Still have the two teams over in the school apartments, so there's not a lot going on right now. They're just kind of taking their shots at each other. So XO Esports Crucial in the house. Shout out to Crucial for putting this all together for us. Ooh, what's going on over here? It looks like the top losers did not like being knocked. Imagine. So now Manic does have the top losers' attention. They are up on that hill. Hod just trying to get some ideas of where they are, so I wouldn't pop my head up too much. Hod did get a little bit of damage to that vest, but he's doing just fine. Look at this. He's where Max is, but Zelo does look like he's starting to come down and around a little bit. Yeah, what is Zayn doing? Zayn's all the way over here at the shelter. That's kind of a crazy split, but oh, Zayn trying to get those shots up and over. And it does look like maybe the top losers might be rotating around on top of Zayn. So Zayn needs to do something to get on out of that. And our zone does pop again, and we're going from the south of Rostock around Pachinki and Potato Hill. So we don't have anyone in that blue. Nobody went back out there. We do have top loser Max out in that blue. Oh, Zayn, get out of there. Get with your team. Too late. Alright, so Zayn, I don't think his team's going to be able to help him much. Let's see. Hod and Vortex, they did come up and over those, so they are here. They're trying to get those angles over onto him, but I don't think Hod is going to be able to help against this 1B. Oh, Hod's going down the stairs. You know how hard it is to fight a team or even a solo player down here in the shelter. And where is Vortex? Vortex is driving up and around. I think Vortex is headed on out, so I'm not sure. Looks like we got that fight with AMG and Zero Mercy now. So where's that fight? Right on over here in center zone. So Big Whale does get taken on out. Zero Mercy across the way. Let's check in on where's Zero Mercy. They are on top of the hill, looking down on the Chinky East Barns, and we get a knock down onto one of them from a Murta, but it looks like up there. And I can see the drop coming down to the western side of Pachinki, so way over on that west edge. Looks like Manic are going to do just fine. I do see Hod and Max for top losers. They're still waiting it out. Hod is right on the edge. I think they're going to go ahead and leave Hod pushing down those stairs into the shelter. Ooh, not one of my favorite things to do. Alright guys, so let's see what else is happening. I'll let you keep watching that while I check in on the map over here. I see most of the rotations are just they're rotating around, finding their new spots in the zone. And once the rotations start to settle down just a little bit, I will put the map back up there for you guys to check in on your teams. We're down to 11 teams in this first match of the XO Conquest practice scrim. So Hod going right past. Oh, Hod. I didn't even have a chance to get over to him. He drove right past. I think that was a beer that got that knock, but a beer right over there with K. Look like they're... Oh, we did have a team out in the blue. Dark Side Knights are coming on in from that blue, so they need to get on in. We are only in stage 3, so they got plenty of time. They can eat a little more zone. It's not that harsh on them just yet. Alright, let's go. Let's see what... looks like we're just taking off here. It does pop again, and we're going up to Potato. Woo! We're going to the top of Potato, and we do have a team up there already. This is where we kind of are, but Zero Mercy does have the top losers getting ready to push right up and in, and we've already had a knock over on Zero Mercy. Here comes Max coming right up and over there at top. But we also have Manic on the other side of this. Oh, and K does get knocked from one of them. So now we're going to go ahead. Oh, you got to watch your back because they are coming up behind you as well. We do have another team. And it is T-Games down below coming up from that south edge. All these teams are starting to rotate in. You can hear that they're trying to get those nades up and over those ridge lines, trying to hold them off so that they can get their teammates picked back up. And you can see already that top losers are T-Games, I'm sorry, are coming up from that south. Alright, so let's get on over to, I see the fights going on. Where was that fight? I did miss that fight, I'm sorry guys. Alright, so we still have Manic on the back side and the top losers right here in this fight. Oh, what a nade by Max. Right up and over onto Zero Mercy Ninja. I think he could see his head from over the top of that ridge line. And then there's a second knock onto Zero Mercy. So now Max trying... Oh no! Not your own teammate. Look at this. Zelo's able to get that, and now Oblivion in that fight with Paper Rex Fem. We've got the fights breaking out all over this map now. So let's see, as they are trying to get right up and in on this. The fight is down at that southern side. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with these two teams. Yummy, trying to get those shots over onto the Paper Rex Fem. And is that it for the Paper Rex Fem? I think Oblivion were able to get those, get the Paper Rex Fem. Now Oblivion gonna go ahead and get their teammates picked back up. We gotta get a top frags picked back up. We do have Sleek that needs to get healed back up there, just on the south side of Pachinki, so they should be able to get on in. Let me get that up there for you, because I do see another fight about to happen. And now we're going over to that northwest side of Potato. We still have, it is all uphill from here, guys. These guys are going to be sliding down the edges of these hills. And let's see, using as much of the terrain as possible, but it's so smooth on these Pachinki Potato Hills. Looks like we've got the Incognite Evolution right here on your screen, and I thought Entity was going to come up and around. A Psycho looked like he stopped right on down there to take some of those shots, but it looks like, ooh, I still think Psycho is thinking about it. So let's get on over to Psycho. Yeah, he is still swarming this edge, and they are downhill. So let me go ahead and check the rest of this map, because we also have the Dark Side Knights that need to come on down and in, and you can see a whole wall of Velocity coming in from that northeast side, and Velocity coming right up and in onto the top losers over here. And there goes Max out from Nuxify. Nuxify has been knocked, and now it's just on to Gamma. Gamma, I think we just lost you. Now we're over here with Zelo from the top losers, trying to stop the Dark Side Knights from coming right up the hill on top of them. And they do this split play going on both sides of the top losers. And we are down to the top 7. We still have only 4 teams in the zone. 3 teams in the zone. Top losers going out to the Dark Side Knights. Go Steve Momosti. Hello, Dark Side Knights. Let's check in on Ifwick over here and see what Ifwick is doing. We did lose Timeless, but look at these nades and smokes getting popped over to get those sight lines cut down so they can get some extra loot. And oh, who is that out there? Is Yummy. Yummy from Oblivion, and we're down to the top 6 teams, and we're getting ready to pop our zone again. And Incognite Evolution. Look at that. Team Entity does go up on them right when we get off of them. And now we do have Omerta. Omerta is in zone. Let's see, Edu right over here on this edge. Let's see what's going on with the rest of them right over here. They do have their backs cleared, but I did see Top Rags coming up right behind them from Oblivion. He's throwing that smoke so that they know that he is right there. Yes, they do. They know he is right there. And we're down to the top 4 teams. Let me see if I can get a sky view of this so you guys can see that we are right over here on top of Potato Hill. You can see that the Dark Side Knights are coming in from this east side. We got T-Games pulling up onto the one ridge line. Omerta on the top of the other ridge line. And then Team Entity on that picnic shelf. And that's about the best I can do. If we get much further away, I will lose almost all these teams. So I'll go ahead and leave it like that so you guys get the real view of where all these teams are. We are down to 4 teams. And I'll take those shots. And an Entity top taking the shots across the map, but don't think you got a knock when I looked away. So let's see. I'm gonna push right up and in onto Omerta. Omerta right there in front of him. Let's see what Omerta is doing. We got the XXXX right on over here, trying to hold off all 3 of them from Team Entity, coming right up and in, and there goes one to the play zone. And now T-Games getting a knock over. XXXXX trying to get those shots over there. Onto Entity. Oh, Ace OP with that nade right up and over onto XXX, and now we have Omerta down to the sole player, Nas. But we know Nas can do a lot, but we still have Entity up right behind him, and Nexus OP and Ace OP from Team Entity now facing off against T-Games as T-Games are coming up. We still have Omerta Nas right over here, but now Entity. Oh! Dark Side Knights came up right behind Team Entity on that push, and so now let's go. We're down to the top 3 teams. We do have that Evil Bert coming right up, and there you go. There's your sky view. And let me put that up onto this screen for you. Let's get on over to Offline. Offline is up to 5 eliminations there. Oh, these parking jobs from these pros, let me tell you. Pro parking job. Alright, so Offline throwing those nades up and over towards the Dark Side Knights, and we still have Omerta Nas over there, right behind that buggy, as these 2 teams are right here in this fight. Both sides, we do have Evil Bert and Ifwick facing off. Ifwick goes down. So now it's jumps up. Oh, and there he goes. So now it is down to Nas, and Nas trying to come up, and Nas gets the 1 knockover. So now it is T-Games 999 versus Nas, and it is a 1v1 for this final few seconds. Is he gonna let them get that res off? And here they come right up and right up and into that DBS. Alright, let's go ahead and get that off of there. T-Games coming in first with 12 eliminations, 10 placement points, 22 total points for this very first Erangel match. We have 4 more matches to go. Coming in second, oh, Marta Esports, 3 eliminations, and the Dark Sad Knights with 3 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16, and 17. Going all out. T-Games offline. He does not look like he was offline to me. 6 eliminations, 691 damage. So with that, we will be right back. We should have some scores tonight and 4 more sweating matches. Please hit that like, and I will be right back. These angles, so let's hope that the rest of these teams over here know them as well. All right, we also have a fight over here in Impala. Let's check in on what's happening over here. Oh, right when I was getting over there, TP going down. So now it is just up to Faceless. Faceless now is trying to hold off the push from all of them coming up and around. Ooh, the Dark Sad. XO Esports. I believe they won their fights. Yes, they did. They won. There you go. XO Esports in my YouTube chat. Kyrie up to 2 eliminations. All 4 of them coming out of Impala. So now let's see what else is happening. I think I can finally put that map up there so you guys can figure out where your teams are. Because we have teams. We still have 18 teams in this, even with all these very early fights. We've got Simple Minded coming right up and in onto the Real Gunners Esports in Leones. Let's head over to Leones and find out what's going on with Nehan. Where is Tempa? Tempa, did you change your name on me again? So we got Simple Minded coming in from that northeast or southeast. And then we also have Almost There wrapping around to that northwest. So let's get on over here too. Let's see what is happening with Oblivion. Oblivion getting pulled up on now by Team 23. This is Simplistic Gaming. So I'm not sure why. Oh, top frags from Oblivion. I see you over here. I see you, my friend. Oh, gets another one. Oh, but he has 2 knocked, and now here comes wavering way up at the top. Can you cover for him as the rest of the team? Look at this, trying to get those shots down onto Team 23. I think Team 23 is down to 1 player. Let's see what's going on. Yes, we are. We are down to Nismo. So, Nismo, what are you going to do with all of the Oblivion coming up and around? We know that Wavering's up on top of that church. Oh, you guys thirsted the top frags. So now Star and Yummy, you're coming right up and around, trying to get those shots over onto Freds. Freds did get picked back up, man. Oh, it's a 1v2. And here comes the nade right up and over. Yammy's able to get out of that nade, but Freds is now getting pinched right behind that tiny little guard shack. And there goes 1 more for Team 23. Simplistic Gaming, Freds. And there goes Freds. We did lose top frags, but Oblivion up to 4 eliminations. GG's Yammy with the 2-piece. Alright, let's see what else is going on. I feel like we got another fight happening right on over here. I'm sorry. Maybe I should pick somebody else. And we are coming right up and in over here onto Velocity. Velocity. Oh, it's right on down there, but they saw you up on this ridgeline. Fragger trying to get those shots down on the Luxify as they're trying to keep them off of his teammate that's knocked down below. Let's see what's going on. SK Bot trying to get that heal off. And let's see what's going on over here. ahead and scroll. As you guys can see, we are headed over to Picado, Chumacera, Las Leon. After this fight here, I'll see if I can switch over to that iPad so you guys can really get a good look at where your teams are. Nuxify with the DMR. Ooh, Gamma coming up on this off angle and able to get one, but look at that. We've also got Nexus Alliance across the way. Introvert on the off angle across the map from where Gamma is right up top. And now we've got a Nuxify headed on up with SK Bot. And let's see, a Nuxify coming right up and over, trying to figure out where the off angle is. Introvert, you are getting, you are, oh, and get some with a molly, so now Nexus Alliance is down to just raising over here, trying to get the shots from way across, while Gamma is coming up right behind him. Look at this. Gamma is almost right on top of him. Gamma and Joy Boy. And here comes the nades up and over. Let's see. Can he connect that nade? He is on this bridge line using the mountain goat theory of jump. Take that first giant leap for mankind. Let's go, guys. And who found you? Joy Boy. And now Velocity up to 7 eliminations. I think I can finally get that iPad up there so you guys can check in on where your teams are. We're going to take just a quick break to peek on in to see where the next fights are going to be. All 4 of them from the EXO Elites are coming up through that Southern Leones pathway. They may end up on Simple Minded and Made in Nepal down at that South. Say less from X-Rated. I see an issue over here for him. Let's see what's going on with this duo over in the apartments as the real Gunners. I believe this is the real Gunners coming right up and in on top of them. Let's see what's going on with Neon. It feels like a song, guys. It just feels like a song, and they're gonna get that nade right up and in. But we also have, oh, look at this, the upside down questions. Who are you? Are you Geo Money? I need to know, because Geo Money would get a knock like that, and now he's gonna go ahead and try to figure out where Oblivion are getting those shots from the Chumacera Abbey all the way across that way. He's tired of all the little gnats flying around his head. It's like 5.56, 45s. You got all sorts of sizes of gnats just poking holes in your wall, don't ya? Alright, let's check in now on the rest of the teams. Let me go ahead and put that iPad back up again so you guys can figure out where your teams are. I feel like the digital age may end up right over here on top of... I did see a team right next to him. It is Control. I thought that was Control, yeah. So they're right across. Look at this. Oh, can you see a Melrose and Digital Age are a full 4-man team as well. So chaos continues over here. What else is going on? What else can I show you? Looks like right now we're just going to go ahead and rotate on in. Don't. Hello everyone and welcome back. We are having just a little bit of technical difficulty with the scores, but they are working on it, so have some patience with us. We are headed into match number 2 for the XO Esports $700 Conquest trials. These are practice scrims, and the top team will get $40 tonight. So they are practicing. Hope you guys are enjoying these Conquest trials. Make sure you get over to the XO Discord server. Let me see in my chat if Nightbot is actually working tonight. Let's see. Is it gonna work for us tonight? Nightbot has just been. There we go. Look at that. Nightbot or Stream Elements. Stream Elements took over tonight. Yeah, I think Nightbot and Stream Elements don't like each other very much. That's kind of what I'm getting. Stream Elements said, "I got you." So there you go. Make sure you join the XO Discord server, guys, because they've got scrims, they've got cash scrims, they've got tournaments. Crucial and his staff are amazing to work with. So shout out to XO Esports. Alright, let me go ahead and get that iPad up there. And if they do get the scores to work and send them to me, I will send them to you. I will. It looks like, ooh, we've got all our teams in place this time. Alright, OTB in the house. They showed up. There they are, guys. Right on down there. Team 18. They were missing that first match, but OTB, they're a strong team. They may surprise you yet. Alright, looks like we're headed on out, and everybody is in their seat except for Ashley. I only remember it's Ashley because I missed her one before. Alright, this time we are going to be jumping with T Games offline. He was not offline that match. 6 eliminations, 691 damage. So let me get that off my screen. Let me get that onto your screen. iPad up. And there we go. And now let's get down to T Games. T Games tonight are in slot number 8. And let's see. Offline. There you are. Right there is your top fragger of the last match. The first match to be more specific. Alright, he is all lined up so the feet should match up. And boop. Alright, let's go. Yep, alright, so we are good. Let me go ahead and put my map up. We're coming in from center at the very north, over the top of the Oasis, going down between Crater Fields, Water Treatment, Monte Nuevo, over the top of Power Grid, over the top of Chumacera, minus Valle, and dumping off onto Prison Island. So OTB has the express route all the way down to their Prison Island. T-Game's already off the plane. It looks like they're headed over to La Cabarilla, and I don't see anybody with them, so we'll keep an eye on the flight path, and we'll try to get into some of these early skirmishes. Well, how's that name? How's that word for you? Manic also jumping off towards Crater Field. We got quite a cluster going over the top of Monte Nuevo, or I don't know why I said that. Hacienda del Padrón San Martin, all the way in there. Let me see what is happening. I think Manic may be going. Oh, I thought Manic was going over towards. Let me go on down to I think this is where they are headed. It looks like maybe they got a whole lot of, look at that AMG right on top of Alpha 4 Legend. Foxy, your boy's getting ready to get into a very early fight, so let's see what's going to happen over here. Oh, no gun. I hate that feeling. That's the worst feeling in the world. And he does have a nade, so let's see if he can do anything with this nade. Oh, F1 is center on tonight's thumbnail. I'm sorry, he was the first one we saw going out. Tang T headed on over towards, oh, look at all of them right around this area. So these guys not only have to worry about the fight at hand, but they also have to look at this. Top losers right across the street, right at your back. Tang T, you got to watch your back as well. So let's get on over to Despise. And now let's check in on Omerta Shinra. Ooh, Ocho Loco is the last one. Oko Loco right here. Oh, right out and around that edge. So now top losers trying to get those shots, and they do find Tank T right out in that wide open field. In our zone, look at that, our zone is going all the way up to that northeast side, La Gaviria, Camp Militar. We've got the Graveyard minus Generalis at the southern end of the zone. We've got so much north zone that we are going off the map, guys. Alright, let's go. So all of this is happening. We also have a fight. This is a long distance fight, as you can see, but I think we're driving around, but we did have a fight right over here with Omerta. Omerta at the Hacienda del Patron. They're right over here with Entity. What's going on with Entity? We lost Nexus, and now Psycho just got knocked. SOP trying to get some ammo, trying to get a gun. And let's see, I did see another team, Alpha 4 Legend, but we know Alpha 4 Legend's up in that farm, so we're down to a duo 4. Woohoo! SOP coming up with that Uzi does get a knock onto one of them from Omerta, so Edu and X. Oh! Came right up behind him, so now it's just down to Top. Top has a VSS, guys, and he's the last one still standing. But I do see another team pushing right up, and it looks like maybe Alpha 4 Legend right on downstairs. Look at that, he gets another knock with that VSS, but now Alpha 4 Legend coming right up and in onto this third party as a duo. Alpha 4 Legend up to 5 eliminations. Does jump that wall right into the QBZ. So now it looks like KZZ versus XXXX. We got the alphabet wars over here. XXXXX is down to about 5 HP. Still trying to get that elimination over onto the Spies. The Spies comes. Oh! KZZ, and look at this, Alpha 4 Legend up to 7 eliminations, just like that. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys can get a really good look at this chaos. The zone to that northeast edge and all the teams that need to rotate up and in. I see a solo player over here. And he is solo. What happened to the rest of your team? Incognite Evolution in San Martin with the Dark Side Knights. It looks like Ifwick got 2 of those eliminations. And Ifwick is still out trying to search for him. Looks like Kill's getting in that car headed on down. But Incognite Evolution just trying to stay out of sight. Killed. Going back and over, still trying to figure out, if he can go through walls. This is not Rondo. Rondo is next killed, so stay off the walls. Uh-oh. No shots, no noise, no breathing. He is not even breathing. T4 is like, I'm keeping my head down. I am not even going to flinch. Oh, what was that? Was that a sticky bump? Alright, so let me go ahead and put that back up there for you guys so that you guys can check in on the rotations. But you know, some of these teams are already starting to move on out. You can see all the way up in that northwest side. You've got Manic there, all the way over there at the ruins. So let's go ahead and check in on what is the Dark Side Knights doing. Oh, that's where we are right now. I hear some storms going off. We also have Team Control. Team Control coming up into Alpha 4 Legend. Alpha 4 Legend JPK has been knocked by Alpha 4 Legend. Let me check in on Control. Control coming up right behind right behind Alpha for Legend. Robin able to get one of them from Alpha for Legend. KZZ right there in front of Control. Control hopping out of the car. Is he going to take those shots? And he does take those shots. Team Control will be able to get JPK picked back up, taking out the duo that caused so much early game chaos. So let's go. Velocity in a fight now with OTB. Let's get on down here. OTB coming out of Bartona, coming right up and in onto Velocity. Yusuf has been knocked. Where is the rest of your team? Pipezino trying to get those eyes down on Velocity. You can see that Joy Boy is straight across. It looks like he's going to get that res off, while the rest of his team are covering from the different angles. QXZZ trying to figure out where Velocity are. And these two teams are out. Ooh, we got another fight between Paper Rex Bombs and Unique Legacy. J-Star has gone down. So Velocity down to just a duo now. We have a Nuxify and Gamma. Gamma does find one. He finds two. Right when we switch over, I've got the reverse caster curse. I get on the Gamma and he starts just finding helmets. Oh, he found three. Gamma up to 3 eliminations. Almost 4. Yuri on that back angle though. Nuxify coming up and in as fast as he can to get over towards where he is. And I'm sure Gamma is giving the comms, letting him Nuxify know which way Yuri is. Look at that, way off in that distance in that truck. Nuxify should be able to see that truck. Can he see it from here? Gamma. A 3-piece. So now let's see. And Nuxify taking those shots. Oh! Clean. And now he's going to be able to get Gamma picked back up. And they should be able to make it up to zone. Let me go ahead and put that iPad back up there so you can check in. And we are still going to the north and to the east. So we still have Tora Munda to Truck Stop, Water Treatment to El Azahar. So let's see. Let's go ahead. I feel like Oblivion is center zone, and they do have several teams up and around them. You can see, I believe that's the top. Oh, it's T Games, our last match. Top Fragger driving right along parallel with Top Frags. You can see you right here. And Top my friend. I'm sorry, my friend. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. We still have Velocity coming up from those southern farms way down at there. So don't lose sight of that on your review. But the rest of the teams, oh, and look at that. They just found that solo player from Incognito Evolution over in San Martin. As we know, he was not breathing. So King has been knocked over here. Oblivion down another player. Where is Wavering? Wavering over here. It looks like Wavering's getting some of those, some switches going on. And there goes Top Frags. Top Frags. W Star. Hello, Starry. Big fan, Starry. W. Alright. So let's go. It does look like Oblivion is going to get pulled up on by T Games. T Games is coming right up and in onto him. Let's see what's going on with the rest of them. And Did they come up onto Yami? I kind of missed it. It looks like Sleek coming on down, but it does look like Wavering keeping an eye across on Pedrino right on over on that ridge line. He could just see the tops of the head, and I think that is Yami throwing those nades straight on down. Sleek is right down there with them as well. And now here comes Pedrino coming up and around just out of that ridge, and Sleek gets knocked, and now Yami is down to 1 HP. Oh, they're coming right up and in on the Wavering with that nade right on the 999. And here comes the rest of them. Wavering has enough time to get that heal off, and he's still trying to get the shot straight across. Yami on his feet. Alright, he's still trying to get, oh, and here comes Almost There. You can see Almost There coming up on that mini map up in the upper right hand corner. All coming up and around for this third party. So Oblivion right here, so right between T Games and Almost There. Almost There coming in from that north side. Let's check in on Moten over here. Ooh, Moten, they found that mummy, but alright, so, oh, yummy down, oh, and there goes Oblivion out to Almost There, now, centering down on the compound right below them. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll in on this for you guys. I think, yeah, can't quite scroll in all the way, but Velocity is almost through Impala. So there you go. If you want to check it now, we also have the paper off in the distance. Trying to get those shots right up in. Ooh, Moten running almost right on top of that nade, and Nighty does get knocked. Let's check it out. Bear up at the top, trying to throw those nades right on down. Fred Pedrino does get knocked. And oh, look at that. They're going to be able to get their teammates picked back up. Almost there. Here comes all the smokes getting all. Oh, but the Paper Rex Femmes, they are now right on top of them. So now, as Almost There is able to get some of this loot. Oh, no. Bear doesn't see him right. Oh, yes, he does. He just saw him just right as we looked at Control in a fight with Finial now. Let's get on over to Control, see what's going on with Finial, and see what's happening. I just saw a knock over onto Finial from one of them from Control, and now we also have the top losers not too far away as well. So let's go. JPK hopping out. Looks like Control gets knocked on the other side. Blues from across the way. So now JPK, oh, and there he goes. Let's check in on Robin. Robin did get an elimination right on down, and I see Zelo off in that distance because top fraggers are also coming up onto Finial as well. So now let's go. Top losers right over here. Looks like the top losers are trying to get into zone, but also take the fight over here onto Finial. What the Freds is happening onto this side? So Finial taking over this compound, but they do have, look at this, a beer coming right up and around, and Freds is gonna get this res off, but a beer is right up on top of this ridge line. I don't think a beer looked down to see that there's a knocked player. Oh, he just got over that. And Velocity coming on in. They're going all the way up through Terra Bronca, guys. We're down to the top 9 teams. We have several of the teams right here on this ridge line. We have Finial, Control, Top Losers, and Zero Mercy. Let me scroll in on that just a little bit so you can see that Zero Mercy is across the street from Control. And all this chaos is happening just to the south of zone from where Control are. So let's get back over to Control and find out what Team Control are doing. So we did lose Control on that play, and I think that was from Zelo from that crazy off angle in the back. So now let's see. It looks like they did come across that street. Let's go on over to Zero Mercy. No, they're still on the other side. They still have plenty of time. So let's go ahead and scroll on in. This is still the hot spot of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that map up there. Even though they are not right on top of each other, I'm going to go back across the street over to Doki while you guys checking on your maps. We still have 9 teams in it. Hello, Sunshine. Hello. A beer coming up right behind. Let's check in on what a beer is doing. He's watching the rotation from across the street. He is outside his zone. The rest of his team are anchored in zone. Let's check in on what Zelo is doing. He's also trying to figure out the rotations of what the Finial are doing. Looks like he may even be going in. Oh yeah, oh, he sees Finial on foot because Finial did lose the vehicle in that chaos. He's checking that side because here comes Team Control. Team Control are also right over there. Zelo feeling very exposed in this. And our zone still going to that northeast. Look at that. We're going right between Tora, Munda, Terra, Branca area. Look at that. We have 3 teams in zone. Dark Side Knights coming in on that northwest edge. They'll be fine. So we have 4 teams in zone and 5 teams that still need to make their way in. Zelo does get his helmet damaged and all of that. Let's go. Let's see what else is happening because it does look like Finial are trying to push up. Sorry guys, couldn't get my mouse to work just right, but Control may be able to get some of these eliminations off from off in the distance and maybe headed up and around, headed into zone. Yes, Control is headed into zone. So let's go back. Oh, oops, that's not what I meant to do, guys. Let's go back over to the fight that's in process with Finial as they are pulling right up and in over here onto. Ooh, and Finial finishing off that team. There goes the top losers. You can see there goes Zelo, Beer, and K. I think that was the last one. Manic in a fight now with the Paper X Bomb. And that's right here in zone. So let's head on over here and find out what's going on. Vortex is getting hot in here in in the Mutant Grape. Vortex, the Mutant Grape outfit. And we're right up here on top of the hill in the Abbey, just to the north side of Cruise the Bay. Hod getting that. No, Vortex. The Mutant Grape got that. Alright, so maybe might have even gotten stolen from Zero Mercy down below, helping Manic. Manic is a duo, so let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys can check in on your VOD review. You can see that Zero Mercy is not too far away, but Control is now coming right up and over that backside. So Robin gets knocked. Ooh, let's see what's going on with Robin. Almost there, is coming up right behind him. And Zero Mercy is right on down below. Look at that. We got some eyes down onto Zero Mercy. So our zone, where did our zone go? Our zone is about to pop. We have 1 second. There we go. And we are still going to the northeast. Ooh, look at this. Let me go ahead and hop over onto Gamma and look at your zone. Oh, that is going to be a rough zone for these players. I'll go ahead and put that back up so you guys can keep an eye on the rotations into this zone. It is a very abnormal zone for Doki, JPK. The top of this hill just getting sprayed by Zero Mercy and almost there behind him. So Zero Mercy, Salmon coming right up on that backside. Where are you, Salmon? Oh, Salmon with that nade right up and over onto Control, but he does have Hod. He's got Hod right there in front of him. Can Hod see him? Vortex, I see you over here. Oh, I thought it said Hod. It is Vortex right over here in the Mutant Grape. Alright, so it does look like they're gonna be pushing right up and in onto Control. Right when we switched on over JPK. Oh, we're down to just Robin again, but Salmon is still on that push right up and over. Let's see what Salmon is doing. I think he's gonna, oh, he is. He's gonna push right up and over. Ooh, Robin! Robin did not like that push, and now it is just up to Potato and Robin. Look at that, Robin down to 5 HP. Able to get his teammates pick back up and keep the push from coming up and over that hill. So let's go. What is happening with my stream? Wait a minute. Oh, guys. What happened there? I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I don't know why. guys. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. I don't know how long it was like that. Let's go. Let's check in on the Mutant Grape really quick because he is trying to get out of there with all these teams up and around him. And he does have velocity right on over there. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened. I just happened to look over and it was like that. But let's go. I'm not so sure that Control, yeah, I think Control are waiting for Manic to come up and over. We're down to the last 5 teams. Maybe that wasn't there for that long. Hopefully not. Alright, let's go on up and check in on. Look at this zone. Look at this zone, guys. None of them are excited about this. I wouldn't be either. There you go. There are your teams. There are no teams coming in from this north side. They are all coming up from the south and western edge. We do have Velocity and Nuxify up on that ridge line. He does have that mini. So let's see. Oh, Vortex is down in that dip right in front of us. So let's see what's going on. Oh, JPK with that nade right on top of Vortex's head. So the Mutant Great coming in 5th. Alright, guys. So now, let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. Look at this zone as these teams are trying to come right up and in. I'm sorry about that. So let's go. Hopefully that wasn't up like that for very long. I'm sorry, Assaulter. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I honestly do not know why that switched over like that. Alright, so let's see what's going on with JPK. We are down to the final 3 teams. We've got Control down to that southwest side. We've got Dark Side Knights over to that east side, and we've got Velocity taking over the north side of the zone. Hopefully that wasn't up there for too long. It looks like maybe it was. Alright. Alright, so anyway, let's go. Let's see what's going on. Always something, guys. Always something. Let's check in on the Dark Side Knights. You can see that they are now all right over here. Hopefully that'll come back. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so let's see. It looks like they're all getting ready to move, and it does look like even Velocity needs to come right up and in. We'll go ahead and scroll around just a little bit. It does look like Dark Side Knights is starting to push up onto Robin, onto that backside. So sorry guys, I don't have a clue what happened there. So let's check in on Robin right on over here. It does look like JPK. Oh, a Nuxify down in that molly. A Nuxify down to about 5 HP, but Robin knows exactly where he is, and we do have the Dark Side Knights coming up and around on the other side. So now Nuxify has to move up, and Gamma already over here. And Robin coming down, and Robin is the last one still standing. And we do have a 1v2. We got a Nuxify and Gamma on the other side of Ifwick. Let me get Ifwick over here. See what's going on with Ifwick. He can see Velocity right across from him. So let's see what's going on. As they're coming up and in, you can see Robin down in this dip, and the nades are coming up from Velocity. Ooh, Ifwick does get taken down. So now it is Robin versus the duo from Velocity. Velocity are just on that north side, that nade coming right up behind Robin. And now let's see what's happening as the Nuxify pushes right up and in onto Robin. Let's get this on the side by side. There you go. Robin versus a Nuxify and Gamma. Gamma is also coming up on this backside, so you can see that Robin goes Sometimes in that side by side, I don't know who to work with. So coming in first, Velocity with 6 eliminations. Coming in second, we've got Team Control with 13 eliminations. Dark Side Knights coming in with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out. Team Control, Robin, 7 eliminations, 1,239 damage. And with that, we will be headed into match 3. Jumping with Control, Robin. Hopefully we'll have some scores when we come back, but it's a technical difficulty, so cross your fingers, guys, but I will be right back. See any real fights on top of each other? This is a long distance fight, but I think it's the only fight that's going on right now. Ruse has a very clean shot over on the Moto, but Moto, I believe, is hill glitching on that backside. And Robin's not going to peek that. Robin likes his helmet right where it is. Oh, but Velocity coming up right behind. And of course, a Nuxify with that DMR. And Nuxify, the DMR king of an A. Let's check in on what is happening over here. Gamma gets the knock over onto Taquito. So now Taquita has been knocked. So let's see what's going on with XO5Zs. So he's going to try to hold him off. And so they're going to go ahead and try to get Taquita back up. And I think they're going to be able to. So we do have them really close to each other, right on top of each other, actually. So let's see what you thinking, Zendre. JPK over under Rage. Ooh, he got you, didn't he? He got you a little bit. That one hurt. All right, what else is going on? I do see some more fights going off. Let me check in on the iPad, figure out where this is going. Because right now we are over here. It looks like Control moved out onto Rage Bait, just over to the east of where we are right now. So let's get on over here and see what. Oh, I think that's it for Jelly. I think that's it for Rage Bait. Control coming on in right to the north of Unique Legacy. So Control will be moving Unique Legacy out of that compound, or Unique Legacy will be saying, no, we were here first. So let's get on over here and see what is happening, if they're gonna come right up and in. So woo, Robin, oh, ouch. Oh no, Napoleon with that angle. So Unique Legacy trying to make sure that, Napoleon gets found. And let's see, they call me Mr. Bombastic. Ooh, I miss Shaggy. Where is he? Let's see what's going on over here. Shaggy trying to get those shots. Nice shots over onto Angelinka. And are they gonna push? I'm not sure if they're pushing up or just getting some extra 5s out of that trunk. So it does look like Control's gonna be able to reset, get everybody picked back up. We're just getting Moto back onto his feet, got Angelinka getting healed back up, but we do have Unique Legacy right on down below, and it looks like Unique Legacy has decided to head on over to zone. Gotta take these fights in zone, guys, because you're getting closer to that time where the zone really hurts. I see Waterboy from Made in Nepal. He is getting kind of close. Come on, there we go. Kind of close over here to the XO Elites. Let's check in on the XO Elites for the XO Esports in the chat. Trying to get the shot not on Made in Nepal, but they're over here holding off, almost there from coming up behind them. I like that. They are not leaving their back wide wide open, but we do have Zero Mercy also coming up and in because the zone is starting to close up and in. Oh, look at that. We went all the way to that western edge. But the XO Esports are in the zone. Almost there. Does have to come on in, and you saw how close they were to the XO Elites. But all these other teams up in that northwestern side, they do have to come on in. Look at that northwest side. All those teams coming in at the same place. Oh, and there goes the car. But it does look like Print's going to be able to get the heal off and keep an eye all the way across onto the team of Simple Minded. I did see that Zero Mercy was over here. It looks like they wrapped around to the south and came up over to the southwest. But now we've got a bunch of chaos over here as Velocity wrapped around and now coming up onto Finial, and Finial is down to just Cooney and BMF 77 trying to get those shots across onto Anuxify. Anuxify still being aggressive with his team, bringing his team right up and around, and I think Cooney's gonna try to get those reses off as I think, Anuxify repositioning to, Cooney, we saw that right down your scope. We saw that Anuxify enjoy by trying to get BMF, and it does look like Finial were both down to about 5 HP. You can see both of them. Both Cooney and BMF 77. But here comes Unique Legacy Shaggy. Shaggy coming up on top of this ridgeline to look down over the top of not only the fight down below between Velocity and Finial, but now he's got Maiden, Nepal, XO Elite, Zero Mercy, and Simple Minded all right up here in the same fight. And if I could grab a hold of it, I keep clicking on the wrong person. If I could it is not letting me. J-Star coming up and over, trying to get the shots down onto Finial now, and there goes Cooney trying to get on out of that, and J-Star was able to find him, I believe, and I could not get over no matter what I tried to click on to what was happening over here, and it looks like Made in Nepal. They are going to be able to get everybody picked back up, and they are still over here by Unique Legacy, Zero Mercy, and 22 Simple Minded. We got 22 Simple Minded and 23 Simplistic Gaming. So if you guys keep wondering why I can't keep it into my head, well, there's multiple reasons. I have no brain power. Russian, look at Russians trying to get those shots with the M249 and a six time spray across the top of the map. Look at this. How often do you see people sniping with an M249? Alright, let's go. Let's see. We are down to the final 9 teams. Let me go ahead and scroll on in. As you know, these teams do have to move in out of this blue, but almost all these teams are going to ride the blue wave in, guys. The blue wave of stage 5. You know we're about ready to lose several teams because this zone is not going to be a pleasant ride in. It is more than a little bumpy. Let's see what's going on with the water boy. Hello everyone and welcome back. We are headed into match 3 of the XO Esports Conquest Trials, the $700 tournament. This is the finalists. These teams are the finalists going into the finals stages in tomorrow. But tonight they have a practice scrim $40 to the top teams, and they are fighting for it. So there we go. And we still don't have scores just yet. We're still working on it. Crucial in the background is trying really hard to get those scores for you guys. So shout out to Crucial and his staff working hard behind the scenes of this casting tonight. So, oh, we got a +2. So we'll just go ahead and babble for an extra couple minutes. Saturday night, and what's that song? Saturday Night Feeling. I don't remember the song. You guys know I can't sing anyway, especially when I'm sick. I can barely keep up with you guys. You guys are so stinking sweaty. And Rondo blows my mind when I'm sick. Let me tell you, it's like, yeah, you got teams over here, you got teams over there. And everyone's fighting. The end. Alright, they just started. So let's head on this time with, let me get that up there if I can. There we go. This time we're going to be jumping with Team Control Robin. 7 eliminations, 1,239 damage. So let's get him on the iPad. And there we go. iPad's up there. Team Control Slot 12. Welcome to Rondo. And there is your last match top fragger right there on your screen. Let me get him over on my screen now, because I hate it when the feet don't match. Alright, Robin looking all over at the pretty stuff. Look at that. Robin's all pretty for us too. I like this outfit. What do you guys think of the new skins? What do you guys think? I absolutely love that little buggy. I think it's very cute. Hello, QZZ. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so now let's get that map up there. Sorry, guys. And oh, we got the double. We got the double flight path again. So we've got one coming from the north to the south, ending in Tai Long Garden. And then one coming from the west and landing almost into Jadina City. I am good. How are you? I like you, ZZ. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your support. Alright, so it looks like on the north side we got OTB already off, but Muhao Pen is going to have three teams, the top losers, Unique Legacy, and Incognite Evolution right up in that northeast corner. The test track in Neox Factory, only 2 teams headed there. And look at Hongshan. Ooh, we might have a couple teams down there. I think the main attraction though is going to be right up over here. We have 3 teams in this tiny little compound. This city is not very big. So let's see what's going on at this northeast corner of the map. They are still just looting up. Oh, we got a fight already. So let's get on over to that fight. And we're going to start the fight over here as well. We got Alpha 4 Legend and the top losers also going off. So we'll go on the iPad over to the Alpha 4 Legends. Let's see what's going on over here. It looks like Alpha 4 Legends did lose a player, but they're pretty separated out. We do have a trio from Finial. It looks like Chris is pushing up onto Tank T. Tank T, you can see him right there in that corner, in that compound. Right in front. Let's go back to the map over here and see what else is going on. Almost there over here with Manic. Let's go see what's happening. Almost there at the tankers. These tankers have great loot, by the way. And almost there. Almost there. Ooh, Manic is down to, let's see, Moten over here. Is that Zayn? Zayn trying to get those shots onto Bear across the way. So Let's see what else is happening. It looks like Unique Legacy was pushing right up and in. Who is that across the way? J-Star! J-Star! Oh no, I'm sorry, J-Star. And so it looks this. We're gonna go ahead and get that recall already as the top losers coming up and in. Let me get this map back up here because we are going to that northeast corner. So those teams, all these teams that you see on this main screen, they are in zone. There goes top loser Zelo out to Napoleon, and I think Napoleon just got knocked. Let's check in. Oh no, Napoleon's still on his feet. He's the last. Oh, he was able to get everybody back on his team, pick back up. Assaulter, Zero Mercy, let's go! Assaulter, since I messed that up for you, Zero Mercy, all the way down here in Rinjang, and they've got a path through almost there to get the zone. So let's go. We got the EMP going off over the test track, but we still have this chaos right up here in Mahal. So let's go. Let me check in on the map, see if I'm missing any other teams, because it does look like test tracks are moving on out. We got plenty of space between them. It looks like Finial and Alpha 4 Legends are moving out. And Zero Mercy, like I said, they are all the way down here. They are fine. They have that whole compound. They can relax for just a minute to get on in there. So let's go ahead and zoom on out again. I'm going to put the iPad up on your screen so you guys get an idea of where your teams are. You can see that that north side is pretty empty, and the south side of the zone is going to be absolute chaos very, very soon. But we still have the 3 teams over here. 3 teams, and look at that. Napoleon right, Napoleon right here on top of the recall. So now he gets a beer from the top losers, and now he's going to be able to bring back Redemption. Redemption's going to redeem himself. Alright, let's see what else is going on with it. Looks like the top losers are going to go ahead and head on over to a different recall, get their teammates picked back up if 09 from Incognite Evolution doesn't find him first. And he knows that there's another team across, and the other players should be coming down on top of Napoleon pretty soon. All 4 of them are back, but did they go somewhere else? Yes, they did. They went to the northwest of the city. So let's see. Let's come on down to AMG Shinra. Smiley, I am such a much bigger fan of you, Smiley. Hello, Smiley. We have Finial over here. We've got AMG, and we also have Almost There right in front of Shinra. So you can see Almost There. Shinra turning to the right, staying out of the Almost There path. So let's check in on Almost There. They are headed on up in Cogna. Ooh, they found Napoleon. They found Napoleon all the way over here from Unique Legacy, but it looks like that he was the last one maybe. And now Finial, ooh, 90 gets taken out by Finial, but they stopped right in front of Bear, trying to get those shots right on over. Molten is already up to 3 eliminations. But if you look down, we also have AMG taking the shots up here. Molten trying to get that elimination as Bear gets knocked, and AMG comes pushing right up and over onto this ridgeline. F1 right there from AMG, the center man of tonight's thumbnail. Here he is right on your screen, coming up and around onto Finial, and Finial's downhill. Oh, what the Freds, you are the last one still standing down there. Can you get your teammates picked back up? And I think he's going to go ahead and get on out of there. Yeah, Freds is getting out of there. They should be able to get to the recall because we still have recalls for another couple of stages. That was quite chaos. Let's get on over here and find out what offline is doing. Offline went offline when I clicked on him. Let's get on over to Padrino. Padrino, let's see what you're doing. Oh, you're in the EMP zone. Oh, no. Man, your car stalled out when you have all of Team Entity right up and behind you. But Team Entity cannot push up onto you either. In the EMP zone, we're down to 7 seconds before our next zone. And all these teams out in the blue, all these teams pushing right up and in. And it shifts down to that southeast of the zone. So we still, let me see. I think we got all the players in here. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. You can check in on your rotations, and Padrino getting a new buggy and getting out of that EMP zone before Team Entity can catch up to him. It's like, okay, break time. Let's get on over here and check in on Ashley, as Ashley is coming in with all of OTB right behind them. We're gonna say them because I'm not so sure this Paper Rex Fem team is Alright, so let's see. We do have T games right over here with OTB. Let's see what's going on right on down here. AMG Fresh coming right up over here onto. This is Zero Mercy. Here you go for my chat. Zero Mercy coming right up and in. Potato! What are you doing? We got the Inspector. What are you inspecting? You're trying to get those eyes down onto AMG Shinra. Nightmare is already up to an elimination. Getting into that loot crate. And I think they're separating out what is going on with us tonight. Ooh, guys, let me tell you. Alright, so let's go. I see Oblivion right over here in the middle of AMG and Zero Mercy as well, so what else? It looks like T-Game offline may actually be offline this match. Scroll on in. Alright. So, let's go. I'm not sure where to go because they're all in those rotations. So let me put that back up there again. We don't really have any fights. Oh, Velocity. Velocity is in a fight with Finalists. So let me get over and see what is happening over here. See if there's anything happening. Oh no, Oblivion coming right up and in onto Finial. So Finial does get that elimination outside in the blue onto Oblivion. So Oblivion, are you down? Are you the soul? No, even if Oblivion does, Sleek gets taken out, they do have 2 more players over here in zone. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening with the rest of this map. Let's get on over to Alpha for Legend. Alpha for Legend came in as a trio, and Zusras is knocked. So there he goes. Look at that. We got a player all the way up on top. It's Nas. Nas is all the way up here. Ooh, look, no hands. Oh no, is he gonna get knocked? No. That's the fast route down, guys. The fast route down. Alright, we are still going over. So let's see. It looks like OTB is in that fight up here. Let's go over here and see what's happening with OTB and Padrino. So I think Padrino, yeah, T-Games. Let's see. Are you offline? No, he is not offline. We're over here at the stadium, and we were in a fight with OTB, but it looks like OTB is going to go ahead and get out of there. All 4 of them are still standing though, so. And look at the chaos over on this western side now. The western side of the zone. No, Nas, a big Yale. Big Yale trying to come right up and in, throw some smoke jail as Zero Mercy are coming right up onto the other side. But Zero Mercy is also getting found. I'm not even sure where all the shots are coming from at this point, because there are still 18 teams in this. We're stage 3, 18 teams, 60 players. Let's get on over to Salmon. Salmon going to that south side. Let's check in on Nightmare. Nightmare right on over here next to the top losers. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. Look at the chaos. I don't know where to go next. Let's go up to that northern edge. Checking out Velocity. Velocity is right here behind Unique Legacy, and they're bringing their teammates back. So let's see what Unique Legacy they're getting. Oh, they're coming in right on top of Velocity. I'm not sure they saw, but oh, they heard him though. They heard him. That was a Nuxify right over here, watching Unique Legacy come right up and around on that other side. You can see Incognite Evolution on the other side of this. Here comes Unique Legacy right up on this crash into Incognite Evolution. Incognite Evolution are just a trio. 09 trying to throw those eggs right up and over. He is up to 3 eliminations, and we do have Unique Legacy down. Several of them are down. Oh, and on fire. So we got Super Mula way over here. And what is Redemption doing? Because now here comes the Paper Rex Femmes, and I think Redemption's going to be able to get Napoleon picked back up, but Paper Rex Femmes are up on that ridgeline, keeping an eye right on down on top of it. Katie has been knocked. Where is Ashley and the rest of them? They have come right up and in. Oh, Ashley, that 4x scope had that face right in it. That was like you could see the pores. Oh, we are over at this. These are the soldiers. These are the soldiers that protect that heavy loot. Ashley trying to get the soldiers down. Now I see what's happening there. Getting the extra loot out of the temple, guys. Let me go ahead and scroll on in a little bit more. And I'm going to put the iPad up there while I try to figure out where to go next. Alright, we do have, let's see, under the, look at this, the unique little place for this hangout here. Let's get on down to Control, see what Control is doing right over here. He is the last one still standing against AMG and OTB. AMG and OTB just side by side this whole entire rondo match. And oh, look at this. They may see Control on this backside, but AMG are so sensitive. Oh, Control popping up, able to get at least 2 of them during this fight, and he does have one right up on top of him as they're coming down on. Oh, Control with 3 eliminations now, and he is, let's go. So now there is one more still standing for AMG. It is Shinra. So let's go on over to Shinra, see what he is doing. He is all the way down here, hoping his car will stop. Guys, hit the brake when you get out of your car. Oh, and there they go. So now we still have the Paper Rex Femmes over in the temple getting all the loot. Let's see what's happening on the outside. It looks like Entity trying to get OTB as the Dark Side Knights are coming up right behind him. Let's see what's happening over here in this chaos, and we still have OTB down right in front of them, and I hear something going off. Is that the smoke grenade launcher? I think it was. Yes, it was the smoke grenade launcher. Let's get back over to OTB. I think they're going to be able to get their teammates picked back up because Dark Side Knights did slow down just a little bit. Whoo, my God. You guys are too much chaos in Rondo. You make my head spin. Alright, so we do have quite a bit of water from that lake over there. Get off my screen. There we go. So now let's see. Entity ASOP goes down. Let's see, where's ASOP? Is right here on this ridge line. Let's see what's going on. It looks like Entity took over this compound, this little gazebo where we watched, I think it was AMG at this point. I can't keep up with you guys. So let's see. Ashley. These teams right up here. And oh, they are center zone, making the dips right on down below the temple. They are right here at this temple. T games coming right up and in. Let's go check in on offline. He was the top. Oh, offline. Oh no. So now let's see what's going on with King X. King X way over on this edge. And look at this. We got Manicod and woo, the cover sticks coming right on down on top of everybody's head. Let's get over to this water. Let me get the sky view. We're on the edge of the water here. You can see that the paper Rex still have the soldier temple right there in front of you. And look at the line coming in eastern side of the waterfront. We do have teams just everywhere in this zone. Let me scroll up and around. We've got Team Entity down below us, and I think that's about the best I can do to give you guys. And just like that, we're back over here with Ashley in a dip, and we're down to the top 4 teams. We have Paper Rex Fems, all 4 still in it. Team Entity, all 4 still in it. Unique Legacy, all 4 still in it. But let's go on over to what is OTB doing. Look at this. QXZZ up to 6 eliminations and rezzing his teammates. He's got Team Entity straight across, and Team Entity are down 2 players. They need to pick up. Let's see who is over here. It looks like Nexus OP and Psycho getting picked back up. Let me go ahead and get that sky view, and we can see that OTB still down to that south along with Entity, but we've got Paper Rex Fem up on the north side right there. They've had this temple for quite some time, but I can see the smoke coming on out. Let's zoom up just a little bit. My iPad's going super slow. And I think that's the best I can do for you guys right now. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. You can see in the mini map up in the upper right, OTB needs to come in. Entity needs to come in, and Unique Legacy and Paper Rex fans are already at J-Star. What you doing over here? So Entity is starting to go out to the blue zone, and we've got that emergency cover. Those sticks are coming down from the sky. Doritos from the sky. You guys already know I can't sing. Look at all the emergency cover from the Paper Rex Fam and Entity still going out for that zone. We're down to the top 4 teams still, but ASOP and OTB OTB making it in the zone. Paper Rex Fam still right here behind all this emergency cover. Looks like Unique Legacy is also starting to go out to that blue. They're gonna ride that blue wave in from that edge, but at this stage, we are at stage 7. You cannot let that blue zone hit you. Alright, I think that's about the best I can do right there. So let me go ahead and put the iPad up there so you can see just how close they are. But Paper Rex Fam does have all this emergency cover. They almost can't even see through it. They must have found all the sticks on the map. Every stick matters sometimes, guys. Every stick matters. We still have 4 teams. We still have Entity Top coming up from that south side, and OTB wavering is also trying to come right up and in. Not wavering, Veery. Sorry, guys. Super Beulah, Lisa sees you. And so Unique Legacy down to just a duo. And there goes Unique Legacy. J-Star, the last one, still standing. And there they go out to J-Star. So now we are down to half. And the nade. The nade on top of your head. Alright, let's go. Paper Rock Spam coming in first with 11 eliminations, 10 placement, 21 total points for this rondo map. And all those emergency cover sticks, woo, they had Dorito nachos for days. Coming in second, Team Entity with 9 eliminations. Unique Legacy coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out. OTBQXZZ. 7 eliminations, 831 damage. We'll be jumping with OTBQXZZ when we come right back. And I'm sure Crucial is still working on the scores. Maybe we'll have scores coming back, guys. But I will be right back. But we are still outside the zone over here. Nobody pushing up and in. Let's see what the Nightmare is doing. Oh, we got Oblivion. Oblivion trying to come up and over there. Let's see what's happening with Oblivion. Oblivion down to just a duo now. We got Yummy Yummy and the Star right on over here trying to get those shots up and over onto Zero Mercy right there in front of Yummy. Look at that. But also we got, ooh, Russian came right up and in with that M249 6 times and used the nade instead. He got close enough to nade you. What? Oh, and he gets found by the top loser all the way across the map to the north side of the zone. But look at this. We do have teams coming up on top of that ridge line just to the north of them. That is the Digital Age and Zelo down to about 5 HP, hopping into that car, trying to get some heals going on. Let's check in on Zendry. Zendry is over here pointing everybody out, letting the rest of his team know exactly where everyone is. And Taquita says, thank you, I'll have another at 5 eliminations already because the Digital Age is up to 11 eliminations. We are down to the top 4 teams. Let's go ahead and throw on in just a little bit. And we have all 4 of them still standing for the top losers. We've got the Real Gunners, Digital Age, and all 4 of them still standing for the Simple Minded. But the Digital Age has to go across the street. I'm going to show you this map really quick before I go ahead and do the sky view. Digital Age has to come across the street. Everybody has to come down off their mountain perches and get into this dipping area. So let's see if I can get some eyes. Look at this. Here they come. They're coming on. And Digital Age making it across. Look at this. They make it across the road. Top losers coming in. We do have the Real Gunners Esports. Let me get over on that X05. He goes down. Zendry is the last one still standing. Let me see if I can get in and across as he's still trying to get those shots right on down. And just like that, we're down to the top 3. We still have Simple Minded. Ooh, and now Simple Minded. Let's see what's going on. We are down to just the ending. We are down to just the ending. Look at that. Ooh, we got a lot of teams over there. We need to get on over there. And Jadina City also has several teams. I'm not sure how I ended up over here on on Angelica, but let's go. Let me check in on the zone. The zone's all the way over to the western edge. All the way over, and all these teams have come over to this eastern edge. So let's see what's going on. Let me check in on Russian. Russian, shout out one more time. Let's see what Russian can do right across from Dark Esports and Next Alliance and Real Gunners Esports. Nemo, or don't come out that window. Russian has a nade. Russian getting ready to throw that nade right up and over onto Nemo. Does he get Nemo? And he... Joe, I thought that said Giovanni is in this. The Panthers against Velocity. Woo! We have fights. You guys know it. This huge map, and they all jump to the same places. All these teams right on top of each other. What is going on? Giovanni, I see you over here. Giovanni, my hero. Let's get on over here now to see what's happening with Jadina City. This city is one of Kaiser's favorites. So we got XO Elites right on down here with the Dark Side Knights. Here is your sky view of your city, Kaiser. Look at your beautiful city from above. And all these teams have to go all the way over to the west. All the way over to the west. And the Panthers finding Finial Kuni. And we still have Nexus Alliance coming up and around. And we got Russian with another nade. Let's see what you're going to do, Rushy. What you going to do? What you going to do? You do have them all around you. Don't forget that you can't throw through some of these windows. Be careful, Russian. Be careful. Just think he's going to wait it out. Figure out where they are. So let me put that map up there so you can maybe figure out where your team is. Octa, I will try to figure out where your team is in just a second. And the XO Elites in that fight now down in Jadina City. And they do have Oblivion coming up over here as well. So let's check in on our host team. It looks like they're coming right up in on the Evil Bert. Kyrie! Oh, Kyrie gets found. Evil Bert didn't even have any hardcover right there. And so here... And it looks like Don't Look is leaving. He's got to get on over to get his teammate pick up, but he's going to go ahead and leave that area. Russian, you got this whole, you got that whole recall to yourself. It looks like the Real Gunners, they are going up and over here. You can't let them come back, Russian. You can't let them come back. Let's get on over to Almost There. And Almost There in a fight with Unique Legacy. Looks like Almost There down in that compound with those soldiers. Ooh, those soldiers are hard. Alright, so let's go. We do have Unique Legacy up and around on each side. They call me Mr. Bombastic. I see your butt sticks. Your butt sticking out. Your butt sticking out. Alright, let's go. Napoleon, I think he's going to be able to get up and around on the other side. So let's see. Our zone is getting smaller and smaller. And what is Ragebait doing now? Ragebait coming right up and right in the middle of this other team. Let's see which team that was that they just drove through. Zero Mercy. On their way by. Did you guys beep? Did you beep? Did you beep? Alright, let's go. We still have Russian. Russian, you're going to be able to get your team picked up now because it looks like they are leaving. Let's get on over to X-Rated because X-Rated now coming back for Digital Age. They are not done, but they're going to be in the EMP zone. You guys see up in the upper right-hand corner, that means the EMP is going to go off and... Hello everyone and welcome back to match 4 of tonight's XO Esports Conquest League $700 tournament. These are the finals teams, the finalists. They are practicing tonight with $40 on the line. This time we'll be jumping with OTB QXZZZ, 7 eliminations, 831 damage. So one we could load on in. I'll scroll on down to OTB. I haven't seen Octa tonight. Octa, if you're out there. Oops. Your boys. Right there on your screen. Now let me get him on my screen so the footsteps match. You know, I hate that. Alright, there we go. And we are headed into tonight's 4th match of the EXO Esports practice for the finals coming up. These are your finalist teams, so they're taking notes. I hope they're taking notes anyway. Let's go ahead and start our 4th match. Headed into Erangel. We're coming up from that southwest edge of Primorsk, going across Quarry to the north of Pachinki over Rozhok, and just to the north side of Stauber. So we've got a pretty central flight path coming from that southwest to the northeast, going all the way across the map. However, any AFKs will be on land, so they be some free points possible. Let me scroll on in. It looks like we've got Paper Rex Femme taking over Primorsk. We've got almost there, headed up towards that California coastline. We've got Finio, but they are jumping with T-Games over towards the Ferry Pier, Westbridge area. That might be our first fight. It looks like T-Games is continuing on as Finio is going into Ferry Pier, and OTB headed to the north, but they do have Zero Mercy right there with them, and I think they're looking for some vehicles. Zero Mercy more to that south side of the river, OTB to the north side of it. And we've got Team Control with AMG Esports over towards that hospital area. Incognite Evolution taking over Pachinki. They've got Pachinki to themselves. Let's see, School. Dark Side Knights taking over the school. We've got Alpha 4 Legend at the apartments. Almost there. What are you doing, FR 9-9 over in East Ros by yourself? And let's see, I do see Nightmare not too far away from OTB, so Nightmare may be coming up and over. I'm not sure if Nightmare got a weapon or not, but OTB, all 4 of them are in this vehicle. If they run into Nightmare, it could be a nightmare. It looks like they're gonna get on out of there. Alright, let me put that iPad back up there so you guys can check in on where your teams are. These teams have flippy floppy car. Ooh, we might have a fight. Let's go down over here and check in on what is happening between the top losers over here towards the Walmart compound and the OP dip. So we do have Manic over here with the top losers. We did lose Zelo, and a beer has been knocked. Not sure where a beer is. Oh, a beer. Max may be able to get him up onto that buggy, but I do see that Made in Nepal are already circling around. I'm not sure if he's going to try to get him on that buggy. Oh, get him on the buggy. Get him out of there. Get him on the buggy. Get him on the buggy. Oh, no. So now I don't think a beer is going to be able to get on out of there. Let's see. I can't switch. There it goes. I was trying to switch over to a beer, but it wouldn't let me. Max is the sole survivor. Max doesn't even have a weapon. He's over here at the Walmart compound, and he's got all 4 of them from Manic coming up and around the backside. So you can see Hot from across the way. He does have a DBS and a UMP, so I'm not sure how much loot Manic has at the moment. Here comes some sticky bombs coming up and over that edge. Look at that. He can see Skirt. Oh, Skirt right on the outside. Now Max is down to about 10 HP as they are all rushing up these stairs right onto him. He's got that keeping. Oh, the stab by Zayn. Oh, the disrespect. Brutal. Alright, so let's see. We do have 2 teams over here in Yasnaya. Let's go peek in on what's going on with Oblivion. Oblivion, all 4 of them are over here on the south side. And we've got Unique Legacy on that north side. So let's go back and check in on the map and see if there's any other teams. I'm not sure I've shown you where that... Ooh, what happened over here? It looks like Zero Mercy came up and into control over here. So let's get on over to the fight over in Novo Crates. Control does have the rest of his team coming up and in, but he did find one onto Zero Mercy. So Zero Mercy, are you down to just a... Oh, they are a trio, so we do, but we lost Ninja over here. Not sure where Ninja was. I didn't catch it on screen, or on my screen, as we were over in Yasnaya. Alright, so looks like Control may be able to get on out of there, get over to South George. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and separate out. Let Zero Mercy finish looting up. Alpha 4 Legend now in a fight. Let's see where Alpha 4 Legend, they came right up and in onto Dark Side Knights, and it looks like Timeless and Evil Bird are both trying to come up. Ifwick, oh no, Evil Bird gets taken down and out, so now we are down to Timeless against Alpha 4 Legend. We got a duo at least from Alpha 4 Legend right up on that edge. Timeless sees him right there. Look at that nade! That nade right on his head. And he gets Sussurus down to about 5 HP. And here comes another nade up and over, pushing Sussurus off that ridge line. So Timeless does have that pump shotty too. He sees Sussurus right there behind that tree right in front of him, and almost there in a fight now with Team Entity as well. Timeless with another knock onto Alpha 4 Legend. So now I believe Alpha 4 Legend should just be down to a solo. Yes, Tang T versus Timeless up at the top. It is a 1v1 over here. And, oh, Tang T finishing off. So now let's get on over to Entity. Where did you go, Entity? You guys moved on me. So let's get on over here. I think they're right here. So it looks like FREE coming in right below Team Control. And I believe this was Team Entity's fight. So let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. And I think most of these teams are moving apart now. We do have Control up on top of that, up on top of Mount Everest, right over the top of almost there. AMG not too far away. And Paper Rex Femme coming all the way up from Primorsk to get into the fights over in that southwest edge of South George. There we go. Paper X Femme using the hovercraft strats. So let's see what's going on with this. We did lose Ashley. I'm not sure when we lost Ashley, but it does look like the Paper X Femmes are keeping an eye across onto that AMG, but AMG apparently knows that Paper Rex Femmes are right here, and Katie getting that nice shot from across the street. Now Emily also trying to get those shots. Look at this. Let's go over to Katie. Katie getting those shots right through that window. With that 4 times, Shinra coming up and around, and I think AMG should be able to get their whole team luggage. Alright, so we did move over just a little bit. We're getting a little more central on the map. And let's see. maybe headed down to the Gatka Fields one more time. We've got Unique Legacy coming out of Yasnaya. Ooh, Finial in a fight now with Alpha 4 Legend. I see Tank T is still taking those shots onto those players, so nobody over on that edge, so I can really scroll it in for you guys. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so that you guys can check in on where your teams are. There you go. Alright. It kind of surprises me sometimes just how fast that hovercraft is. Look at this. Just trying to keep up with that hovercraft is kind of funny. Alright, I'm going to put that back up there for you. And Tank T, I think, may be in some issues over here. Let's check in on Tank T because he does have Finial coming up and around on the school picnic area. So, oh, Finial, Fred's taking out Tank T. So, there we go on that. So, let's see what else is happening with the rest of this. The rest of this, we got 13 teams, and they are all in zone except for Unique Legacy. And the Unique Legacy way over by the mansion area. They'll be coming in soon. You can see that down below. And I feel like Manic may be getting some eyes down onto Fit. Oh, ooh, Zan just saw Blues and Fred's right there in front of him. So let's see what's going to happen with this fight between Finial and Manic. You can see all the Manic are coming down. You can see Vortex over on that edge. Vortex, my favorite mutant grape. And I think I'm gonna go back over here. Oh, Velocity and OTB are now in a fight. Where is this? Velocity coming in over here, all the way over to that north side. Coming in across that bridge by the crates. Now here comes Unique Legacy right on through Finial and Manic. Oh, he hopped right on out. Shaggy, Mr. Bombastic. No. So now we do have Super Mila and Napoleon, the last two still standing for Unique Legacy, and we still have Manic coming on down off that side. So let's see what's happening. Looks like they're just keeping their backs clear over here. I think I can put the iPad back up. I feel like Finial is getting kind of close over here to Zero Mercy. Let's get Zero Mercy on the screen. And so, Fred's running over his own teammate. So we do have Unique Legacy over here as well, but we did lose Ninja early on in that fight over in Georgia Pole crates. Had to say that twice before it stuck out of Chris. He's got that 3 times straight right. Ooh, Chris down again. Chris, keep your head down. And OTB in that fight. QZ, oh no, QXZZ. Our last match, top fragger. They are in that fight. Where's the fight going on? It's right up over here. So let's go on over here. Checking on what's happening with our last match, top fragger. And where did he go? OTB, did I miss it? Oh, it's over here. Let's get on over here. Our last match, top fragger with Oblivion. So I still cannot catch that fight over here. So we're just going to stay here, guys, because I cannot figure out where OTB is. We are with Oblivion, and we've got Oblivion and almost there in this head-to-head battle now. So let's check in on what's going on the other side. FREE coming right up and in, and it does look like Oblivion is having some issues over here. Hello, my friend, you are the last one still standing for Oblivion. So the zone is getting ready to close up we still have this long distance fight. Oh no, they brought the fight up and in onto Zero Mercy now. So Zero Mercy down to just a duo. Oh, Zero Mercy with that clean fight onto Finial. Finial pushing down the Inspector up to 3 eliminations. We still. What? Alright, this is the only active fight at the top frags going out. Almost there, up to 8 eliminations now. I see another fight getting ready to start, so let's get over there really quickly before the fight does start. Let's check in on Robin for team control, because we do have a team coming right up and on top of them, AMG, and not too far away we have Incognite Gaming, or Incognite Evolution. There you are, Octa. I wondered if you were out there. So let's see what's happening. Let's get on over to, I'm not sure where OTB went. I was trying to find their fight just a second ago, Octa, but I lost them. I lost the rotation somewhere, and I don't see them on the field anymore. So they might have gone out before I could find them. I'm sorry about that, Octa. Sorry. Alright, so let's see what it almost there, coming up and around to the west side of team control. Team control making sure that all their angles are covered, but almost there is now running right on into AMG, and they're coming up and around that backside of AMG now. So AMG, so almost there, going up onto the Mount Everest ridge. See that southwest or southeast side, and it looks like Bear coming up on. Oh no, Fresh gets taken down. So now here's the rest of almost there, pushing up into this compound that AMG is taking over, and they are still circling around trying to figure out which building everyone is in. We'll give F1 just, oh no, they came right up and in. So now it's only up to Ocho Loco. He does get one knock, but now we still have, let's see, almost there, up to 12 eliminations, and they're right next to not only Control, but they also have Incognite Evolution over here. Let me go ahead and put that iPad back up there. It does look like Incognite may be coming down, coming closer. Yes, they are. So we're going to stay here for just a second, because you can see the rotation of Incognite going up towards that Cheeky Church slaughterhouse area. And it looks like T4 trying to get those eyes over onto Moten. Let's go over and check in on what T4 is doing. They might have been chasing down this loot, but we've got the T games right up on the slaughterhouse itself. So go ahead and scroll on in, because our zone is getting ready to pop, and we are going over towards the ruins now. So we've got the 3 teams right here on the screen that are in zone. We've got T games coming in from that zone. Manic needs to come in from the east, and Zero Mercy from that north side. So we are very, very close to zone. Most of these teams are right here. We're down to the top 7 teams. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there so you guys get an idea of where your teams are, what the rotations are. We do have the Paper Rex Femmes down in that northeast corner of Pachinki, not too far away from T Games and Manic at this point. And Paper Rex Femme does need to come out of Pachinki. I'm going to go ahead and get my, Paper Rex Femme is down to just a solo over here. So let's get on over to Manic and check in on Manic and see what's oops. And see what, come on, click. There. for the 4th time. Alright, so I think Zane's headed right up towards that Pachinki area. Let's see what's going to happen as he comes right up over. He does also have Offline. Offline is at the top of that church, so Offline can probably see him coming up that ridge line. Let's check in on what Offline is doing. Offline also over here trying to get an eye over onto Paper Rex Fem and Manic coming up on that backside. The rest of these teams have kind of moved out and separated up towards the ruins and the clubhouse. So most of these teams in the western edge are fine. We do have Zero Mercy still in Watertown. They haven't come out of Watertown, but I don't see a lot of issues with their northeast side. The 3 teams down here in Pachinki that you're watching right now on the screen are the ones that I'm most interested in checking in on the rotations going into zone. I'm not sure how Paper Rex Fem is going to get out of there. We already know that T-Games does have an anchor into zone, and Zayn also has an anchor into zone. Alright, Zero Mercy coming in. Let's go on over. Oh, are you going to take the shot? And Katie trying to get out of that. T-Games Offline was the top fragger of the first match, and he does have Katie locked down, and Katie is down to about 5 HP. Let's go ahead and head on over to Zero Mercy now, because we do have Zero Mercy with Manic coming up right behind him. So let's see what's going to happen. It looks like Manic is trying to come up behind Zero Mercy, but Zero Mercy, the inspectors, making sure that their back is clear. We're coming out onto this golf course area and just that southern side of the ruins. Let's see if we can get a good idea of what's happening. We can see that HOD does get found right there by T-Games from the top. No, Incognite Gaming finds HOD. And let's see, almost there, coming down on top of control in the cliffside of the ruins. So now let's see, we still have 7 teams in this, but we're too far away to get all these teams in, so I'm going to stay on the map for another zone or 2. T-Games Padrino. So let's see what's going on with T-Games Padrino. He just found another elimination, so let's go on over here and see. Oh, look at that. That is one sad hovercraft. Let's go on over and see what's going on. Is they're trying to push into Zero Mercy, but they also have T-Games coming up right behind them. They're using the dips down here in the golf course. The dips are really hard to defend when all the other teams are uphill from you. So they're still a 3-man. We did lose HOD. It looks like Skur getting ready to go ahead and push up onto Zero Mercy. So I feel like Zero Mercy is about ready to get pulled up on. And let's go Zero Mercy as T-Games is taking those shots right across. And the inspector is able to get vortex out of that vehicle spray. The inspector up to 4 eliminations. Let's go over to Control. I just saw Control in a fight over here. Control down to just Doki and JPK. So where's Doki? Doki's in a vehicle, and I can't get Doki on the screen either, guys. I don't know what is going on tonight. Look at that. Click, 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 click. So I'm sorry about not being able to change things around, but ooh, came right up and in onto almost there. Came over the top of them. Let's get on over and see what else is happening over onto Incognite Evolution on top of the roofs of the clubhouses over here. So we do still have 4 teams in this. We might even be able to get a little better view of what's happening. Let me get on over to JPK. We'll zoom up and get an idea of this of the golf course from above. You can see that we've got team control. All 4 of them are right here in the cliffs of the golf course, or of the ruins. We've got all 4 of them up in the clubhouse. T Games and Zero Mercy on that golf course. They're gonna have a rough time trying to come up and in. Let's get on over to T Games. See if I can get this to move any faster. Here comes the blue, so we're going to be pushing both T-Games and Zero Mercy. Look at Zero Mercy going across there. Coming up to the ridge line. Oh, and just like that, we're down to 3 teams. So the inspector is the last one still standing for Zero Mercy coming up onto this ridge line. But I don't think that's in zone. The inspector trying to get into that zone. The nade's going off, and there goes the inspector. We are down to the final 2 teams. We have Team Control versus Incognate Evolution. Incognate Evolution. I think they just got a knock. No, they did not. So we've got JPK down to about half health. All 4 of them. Robin down just a little bit, and they are now pushing up into Team Control. Team Control does have control of these ridges, but we've got Team Incognate Evolution right up on these roofs, so I can't quite get everyone in there. I think that's about the best I'm going to be able to do to get you guys the sky view of what is happening right on down below. Let me go ahead and put that up on the iPad for just a minute. There you go. Now you can see how Team Control does have these ridge lines, and Incognate Evolution has the clubhouses and the roofs. So let's see. It looks like Arcade pushing right up and in. Oh my God! It's a Nuge. Oh, Arcade right across from several of them. Look at that. We've got Team Control all coming up and around Arcade. Arcade has in the lead, but look at how Team Control is now taking over the ridge line just in front of all these houses. We did get Incognate Evolution off those roofs. I still see Arcade right up on this ridge line. He did see Robin and Control coming in down below, so he's able to tell as soon as they're down. And Doki getting the first knock over onto Incognate Evolution. There are 3 of them from Incognate Evolution in that house. You can see that Team Control are still coming up through those ridge lines, using all the ridges to their advantage right here. It looks like, oh, Arcade is down to 1 HP, and JPK able to get that nade up and over. We're able to see that. 09 is down to, I don't know why it's not clicking, guys. 09 now is to about 5 HP. And now here comes the push from every angle from Team Control, and just like that, it is over. So let's go ahead and get that off the screen. We have Team Control coming in first with 10 eliminations, 10 placement points, a 20 bomb for the 4th match of the XO Esports Conquest Trials. Coming in second, Incognate Evolution with 3 eliminations, Zero Mercy coming in third with 7 eliminations. G top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 and 17. Going all out. Almost there. Moten. 6 eliminations. 670 damage. We will be right back for tonight's final match. Be right back. Some of these cards are going to work. Some of these scopes are going to go. You've got your whole team standing here. Last match top fragger up to 3 eliminations. Look at this. We can hear that EMP. And let's see what's going on with Say Less. It looks like Say Less, you can't use your scope. Alright, let's go. Let's check in on number 5. Number 5, you gotta wait. Put your pants back on. Why you got your pants by the tree? These boys. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening on the rest of the map. Ooh, what just happened there? OTB is in a fight, Octa. Let's see what's happening up here with OTB. Let's figure out what they are doing. It looks like Yusuf taking those shots. Ooh, X from Zero Mercy finds another knock. Yusuf does have Maiden Nepal coming up and around. They do need to get out of the blue. We are only in stage 2. We got plenty of time, but Maiden Nepal coming up and around onto Yusuf, but the rest of OTB is not that far away from him. Yusuf just getting all this useful information. Yeah, I tried to make a joke out of that, and it didn't work, guys. Alright, so Ratabai trying to get those... Trying to use that rock to stay out of the way. Get your head in that car. Alright, so let's go. It looks like OTB is going to go ahead and go over towards that western edge. And you see that Maiden Nepal was already setting up over onto this side. So they were coming around on that off angle. And now, here comes all of OTB right up and behind them. The elimination feed has not stopped going off since we hit the ground running in oh, there goes Geo. Hit the ground running in Rondo. So let's go. I think Maiden Nepal still gonna take those shots. Go. And they are still chasing him down though. Look at this. We got Ducky and the Water Boy trying to figure out just exactly where OTB are headed. Octa, they are being hunted. So it looks like they're gonna go ahead and get up over here onto this compound. So right across the way. Yeah, they stopped. They're like, okay, we're out of the blue. Let's roll. And they do get a knock over onto Ducky. So now, there you go, Octa, boys. They do have Maiden Nepal coming up on different angles, but your boys are not slowing down. Oh, Maiden Nepal down to just a duo now, and it looks like Darwin is coming up and around. Rataboy right there in front of Darwin. Oh, that water right up and over. So we'll keep an eye on this for Octa in my chat. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom on in just a little more. There's nobody over on that western edge. So let's go ahead and that'll work right there. Darwin does have this nade getting ready to knock the Water Boy. Doesn't get in the Water Boy. He gets Ducky. And so now I think it's just down to domain 4. Yes, it is. It's down to domain here. No, Rataboy. There goes Rataboy. Oh, Rataboy gets found by. Let's see, what is it? Pipe Zeno. Alright. Let's go. What else is happening? Let's get on down to the Dark Side Knights as the Nexus Alliance are pulling right up in on them. And while you guys are watching as they're coming up and in, I'm going to scroll on in just a little bit more so you guys get a better idea. We're headed over to Joutin. So we do have the Dark. Ooh, he's got an M24. Let's see what he can do. Do you have a scope on that? Look at this. We also have Ifwick over on that side, and Timeless headed on over. Ooh, Ifwick trying to get out of that nade. Let's see what Timeless is doing up on this ridgeline. Timeless throwing those nades up and over, trying to keep the push off, but you could see that Team 5 version 9 Esports coming right up behind him. Oh, a little overextended. Timeless. I'm sorry. Killed right across the way. Let's see, can he cover for his teammates? We do have Evil Bert Evil Bert now getting into that position to cover for his team, as we do have Kill getting ready to get on over there to get his teammates picked back up. And it looks like Fragger's going to be able to get Introvert picked back up. And Russian, I see you in the elimination feed. Stand back up. Get back up on your feet, soldier. And there goes, oh, Ragebait going out to the zone. Let's see what's going on right on over here with Team 22. Simple. Find it. Oh, no. So there they go. So let's see. Kaiser's the last one. Is able to get Cooley picked back up. And let's see. It is so much chaos. Darwin is over here getting ready to pull right up and in on top of Finial and the Digital Age. Digital Age is right on down below OTB Darwin, but don't forget that we do have Finial right on top of them as well. So we got all these teams right over in this area. Digital Age to Gita. He can see you through that grass blade. Oh, that grass is so annoying, isn't it, Darwin? No, Takita, don't stand there. Takita is taking the shots, and we'll see what Takita is taking the shots at. If Darwin doesn't find him, I think Darwin's just there. What a shot. Oh, he's going to get the end. Oh, he gets that elimination too, but now Darwin has some spray coming right back at him. Let's get on over here and see what's going on. We did lose Takita, but we're up to 8 eliminations. As OTB, it looks like they may be thinking about coming on down, but let's not forget that Finial is right up there behind him on the other side of the rock from OTB. And then behind Finial is Made in Nepal, also on the other side of this rock. Let's go over and check in on Robin. Is almost there, is pushing right up and in onto the Real Gunners Esports and Nexus Alliance down behind that rock. And here comes this little bear spinning around and getting that knock right across the hilltop right behind him while we watch all this chaos. Let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and see that we're all these teams up to that north side. Bear, was that you? I think that might have been you. When that we are down to 10 teams with 29 players. Acta, I see you. Alright. I think I can go ahead and put this iPad up there right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to tonight's final match of the XO Esports $700 Conquest Trials. This is the practice night for the finalist teams. So these teams are all going into finals. The practice is $40. And we're about ready to start our final match, our Miramar match. And this time we will be jumping with almost there Moten. 6 eliminations, 672 damage. And let's see, it looks like we're missing a few players for our final match of tonight, but we'll do the best we can on Miramar with some missing teams, missing players. Not optimal, but we'll do what we gotta do, guys. Let's hope that almost there Moten is in his seat at least. Alright, let's get on over there. Come on. Do. Almost there. Moten. Look at that. He's already on the screen for both my screens. I don't even have to do anything. It was nice. he was ready to get that little extra screen down. Alright. And here we go, tonight's final flight path for the practice finals. We're headed in from that western wasteland lot, just west of Ladrilla, going across the top of Monte Nuevo, just over Radio Tower, a hill between El Azahar and Terra Branca, way up in that northeast edge. There is your final flight path. We have 16 teams and 55 players, so let's make it count, boys. And let's see, I see 3 teams jumping off at the start. We got Unique Legacy headed to Monte Nuevo. We have OTB and Finial headed down toward that Valle del Mar area. Looks like we've got Paper Rex Femme headed up to El Pozo, and I think OTB and Finial may end up on top of each other. I see OTB slowing down, getting the vehicles along that line, so I don't think they're going to go into Valle del Mar just yet. And let's see, so over towards San Martin, we do have AMG. It looks like we have 2 solos headed down to Picado. Moten, you are over here with it. Alright, so Moten does have Zero Mercy pretty close, but Zero Mercy is pulling away. I'm gonna go over to Picado because we do have two players over here in Picado in the stadium. We've got F1 for AMG and Top Loser Max, but we've got the dual pistols. Oh no! Oh, I see. He picked up the SKS, but I don't think he meant to pick up the SKS. He does have the shot. This S12K in his hand. Dark Side Knights now. Top Loser's trying to get those shots onto F1. F1 coming out with the dual. Oh, so Top Loser. We had 2 solos in Picado and Top Loser winning that. Not the Top Loser there in our zone. Look at this. We're going to the northwest again. A lot of water, and I see what is happening over here with Vortex. My favorite mutant grape. Looks like he's waiting for Team Control to come on down on top of him. I see Team Control up there. Doki, are you a solo? Oh, I think he is AFK, guys. I think he's AFK. I think that's what they were watching for. And he is still continuing across, and I don't see anybody else on top of each other. We're down to 13 teams now, and Doki is definitely AFK, so I'm going to go back over to the iPad, and let's see what's going on with the Dark Side Knights. I feel like Velocity may be moving up into San Martin. Velocity coming out of Hacienda del Patron. I don't see him on the map just yet. Coming into San Martin, but they may not be done looting. Almost there, down to the north side of Leones, taking up a lot of real estate. They're from La Padita all the way down to Leones and Impala. So they've got a lot of that real estate down the southern side of the zone. Looks like we've got Oblivion getting ready to come across that southwest side, and not too far away from. We still have a OTB down on Prison Island. You can see that they're just going along, getting the cars, getting the loot, getting whatever. But they also have Finial across the street, or across the river, so they're not that far away. Team Control not too far away from the western edge of San Martin. They may be getting ready to come up and around. It looks like Control headed down towards Power Grid, and I think that's about it. So right now it's very slow. We can keep an eye on Top Fragger. I feel like Top Fragger may be headed up and over, not too far away from Picado, so he may go into Picado. We'll keep an eye on everything that's going on, because eventually these teams will start rotating in. We only have 3.5 minutes left on stage 1. I'm not sure where all our teams were. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like Top Fragger's going to go away from Picados. So top loser. We got the Top Fragger leaving the top loser. Alright, team control, threading that needle coming in just inside zone. It looks like control on that western or eastern edge of the power grid right on over here. So he's doing just fine in zone. He's going to be able to get his team over in here, while the rest of these teams over on this western edge, they're all going to have to push up and in. And I'm not so sure if we're going to end up with OTB running into Finial. I thought that was somebody else coming up and around, but they're doing just fine. Control still over here with the rest of his team coming into the zone. They're pushing right on through. We still have T games up in Gabaria and Paper Rex Fem all taking over El Pozo. So let's see. Oh, look at this. Doki from Team Control does get it back into the match, and he's going to be able to come. Oh, he is so close over here to Manic, though. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get it, if he's going to be able to get away from all of that velocity coming in to further into zone, so they're not going to run into the Dark Side Knights. Unique Legacy. Let's keep an eye on Unique Legacy for a minute as they come up and through that El Pozo to San Martin corridor. They're coming right on through. So Shaggy, Evil Bert's right there. Evil Bert, you gonna take any of those shots? As here comes Unique Legacy right on through the center of San Martin, and they go timeless getting those shots. And Unique Legacy, trying to get some of that tire splatter. You heard it, but now Darkside Knights trying to get those shots. They do knock Napoleon out of that vehicle, but now Super Mila getting ready to, for this push from Darkside Knights, and now it's just up to Super Mila. Super Mila, the last one still standing for Unique Legacy, as the Darkside Knights are all pushing up and around. You can hear the vehicles coming up, and he does get that shot through the wall, or through the door wall. Evil Bert throwing those mollies up, throwing the nades right up and in onto that backside. Super Mula is on this side of the stairs. So, oh, that nade went right up and over his head. We got to see that nade get up close and personal. Super Mula now again on the other side. Super Mula has nades to. Oh, Dark Side Knight killed with that nade. Alright, so there you go. Our first fight, or second fight, because we did have the Picado fight between the... Now, Team Control looks like Robin is right here on the other side of Zero Mercy. Robin climbing up the side of this mountain. Let's see, can he see Zero Mercy on that backside? That's the question. Why you guys watch over Minus Generalis. Let me get on over here. We do have Paper Rex Femme Emily still coming out of El Pozo, but it looks like the rest of Paper Rex Femme are getting into a fight. So there it goes with T Games right over here. Let me get on over to Katie and see what Katie is doing as they're coming right up behind Ashley. Now King on that other side. We're over here. Ooh, Katie is trying to get those shots over as Offline is knocked. Ashley is knocked. And King trying to get back across that. Look at that spray. And now, of course, we got Velocity in a fight with Manic. So, you guys all have to fight at the same time, don't you? We have 5 minutes of nothing, and now you guys all got to start this. So, Skirt coming right up and over into Xenon's S12. Xenon, special delivery of that 12-gauge sandwich. Alright, so we did lose Gamma through all of this. And Gamma must have gone out, maybe Zayn. And let's see, Hod. So Zayn, maybe the last one still standing. I see Vortex from across the way trying to get those shots with that M16. Zayn trying to spray. And here comes Xenon coming up and around. And there goes Velocity. Velocity going out to Manic, but now Manic is down to just a duo of 11 teams left. And we still have the fights over here, but we've got a cluster of fights between Zero Mercy over here, almost there, and Oblivion. Almost there and Oblivion on every single map have clashed. Anuj OP in my chat. Alright, so let me go ahead and scroll a little bit more. And let's see. I do see Oblivion up on that ridge line with almost there coming up and around. So let's see. I hear the shots from Moten across the way. Moten was the last match top fragger. And he is coming in from behind Oblivion. But he also, let's see, I thought I saw another team coming up and around towards the other side. Yes, I do. I do see another team. Two teams. So we do have Oblivion coming up behind him. Plus, we've got Control on top. So now Moten trying to get those nades up and over onto Oblivion with JPK right behind him. Wavering. Oh, Wavering right there. Ooh, is that nade gonna hit him? So now he comes. Oh! Moten going on to Wavering. So, Nighty, what are you going to do over here? We still have another team coming up on that other side, too. Zero Mercy is still in this. Control is still in this. Almost there is still in this. Oblivion, they're all right on top of each other. Look at this. And Nighty switching over, seeing, oh, there goes top frag. So there they go. So Oblivion going out to almost there. So now let's see what's going on with JPK. JPK also trying to get the shots from across the other side. And we also had Zero Mercy coming up and in. We got the Ninja in this, up to 2 eliminations coming up right behind. Almost there. Look at this, the split play. So we do have already the Inspector. The Inspector already getting a knock over onto Bear across that way. But we've also got Control. Control is also not too far away. You can see Control in that background. What a nade. Yes. Anuj, what a nade. Doki coming up from Control on top of the hill. Let's check in on what Doki is doing. Doki right on top. Finishing off 90 from almost there. And now I think almost there is down to a solo player. Let's check out what's happening. Ooh, they came right up on FR99. I keep trying to call him free. He's not free. He's FR99. Alright, look at this. Now we have Finio coming right up and in onto Control. Let's get on over to Control. Control coming right back up. And right on that back side, JPK getting the shots. Doki finding 10 across the way. So now let's see. Doki, where is JPK? Control has been knocked across the way. JPK way up on this ridgeline. So where is Robin? Robin is still up on top of this as well. Coming on in for his fight, for his team. Let's see what Doki is doing back over here. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. We're all of this happening right on over here. And now we've got the Paper Rex Fems coming up on the Manic Zayn over here. Zayn trying to hold off the Paper Rex Fems coming up, and he cannot hold them off. Who is across the way? It is Vortex across the way, also trying to get those shots. And I'm not sure Vortex, my my mutant grape is going to be able to hold off the push by the paper Rex bombs. He is a solo over there, so let me go ahead and scroll on in. Looks like we've cleared out most of these fights. And, oh, there goes Vortex. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that map back up there. Let me go ahead and put the iPad up there while I try to figure out which of these 6 teams will be in the next fight. I feel like Control has Finial not too far away from them, but Finial is headed up towards that eastern edge. We have OTB really close over here to, if I could click on them, really close to Zero Mercy. Are they watching them? That's the question. Are you watching Zero Mercy? I feel like they are, but what is that? It's a boogie. Ooh, Pedrino, what is happening with you? Let's get on over here. Yes, Finial is coming right up and over onto the backside now. Because PUBGM is able to get that heal off as here comes the push up and over from Finial. Finial going up and over that ridge line, trying to get those heads popped up as Reno. PUBGM over here. Ooh, does he know where Blues is? But he's just getting pepper sprayed across the top of that. And so this is where we are, just to the southeast of the truck stop. We still have 6 teams in it. We still have the Dark Side Knights coming in from the Azahar. So the Dark Side Knights also need to come in on top. So look at that. Blues coming up on that backside. So now it is just down to Yusuf, and Yusuf has 1 HP, so we've got QXZZ, our last match top fraggers, keeping an eye across the ridge line. Yusuf healed back up, but look at this now. QXZC know exactly where Chris is. He's coming up with that DBS, and he's popping up. And he's able to get him, but 10 from across the way. But now here comes Zero Mercy, also trying to get in onto this third party. Nightmare going down, but he should be able to get picked up. But the inspector coming on through. He knows that several of the teams are players from Finial have been knocked, and now it is the inspector versus Blues. That nade might go up and over on the Blues. Does not connect the Blues. Blues is still on the backside of that, and he is headed up over towards X to maybe try to get him picked back up. The inspector's still pushing up this ridge line, but he also has Team 13 not too far behind. The Dark Side Knights are coming in. Chris is also pointing out where he is. Blues is back up on his feet. X is back up on his feet. And the inspector's still coming up on this push. The inspector taking those shots over as here comes X coming up over that ridge line. Ooh! The inspector does find Finial X, and now it is just up to Blues in that background. Blues now trying to spray over the top of it, looking all the way across that map, those ridge lines over into Zero Mercy. And so it looks like he's going to go out and go around. So Dark Side Knights came right up and in onto Control. And I think we just lost the Dark Side Knights to Control. We're down to the top 4 teams. We still have Zero Mercy, Finial. Let me put that up there for you guys to see as well. Finial, Control, and the Paper Rex Femmes. So there are your remaining 9 players in this Miramar match. And we do have, oh, let me plug that in. We do have low battery alerts. Never a good thing to lose it right at the end of the match. There's one thing about this I've noticed. You get down too low, and it doesn't matter if there's battery or not. It's not going to let you keep going. Alright. Let's see. What am I missing? Where is the fourth team? Oh, Finio coming right up and in, I see. Finio came right up and in between team control. Oh, Blues! Oh. Blues getting stuck on that plant, the truck stop, and now Zero Mercy's coming up onto the other side of control. Look at this, Ninja up to 4 eliminations. He is number 1 on eliminations in this match at the moment, but he does have all control coming up onto that backside. They do need to push up and in to the truck stop area. So we're down to the top 3 teams. We still have the Paper X Femmes coming in from that western edge. So we've got Zero Mercy, Team Control, and the Paper X Femmes. Team Control taking all over this truck stop, and we are centering around that truck stop. We do have the Paper X Femmes, but there they are. They're starting to come in onto your screen down below as well. And let me see if I can get any of these angles for you. I think that's the best I can do for the angles for the sky view at this point. We are still in stage 5, but there you go. Let's check in over onto Emily and see what kind of angles Emily has down on to the truck stop down below. They are, ooh, they do see where Zero Mercy is, and Emily, take a look. Robin was able to get that elimination, but look at Doki coming up on that other side. So now we got Robin on the one side, Doki on the other. Robin in a fight with the Paper X Femmes, Lisa all the way across on the other top. Control down to 3 players, and Lisa now up towards Emily to help Emily with that solo from Control. Robin just got a knockover onto Zero Mercy. So we've got 2 fights for Control. Control taking the fight of, and Doki going down to Emily. Let's get on over to Robin. Robin is downtown, so we still have the 3 teams. Let's check in on what is going on. Oh, Doki, you're right there. So let's see what is going on over here with, looks like Zero Mercy taking over that southern side, but we do have Doki bleeding out, and look at that, we are going down to the truck stop. So here comes the push into the truck stop. And Robin trying to hold off the push from Zero Mercy coming in to that southern side of the truck stop. We still have the Rex Femmes up on that north and west side as well. And you can see that we're down to the last 7 teams, or 7 players. And I only see, yep, let me check in on JPK. Let's go over to see what they are looking at from that sky view. It looks like Emily from the Paper X Femme is still trying to hold down Zero Mercy from coming across that bridge line. And it looks like Lisa's getting ready to push up. Oh, Lisa down to 1 HP, and I think that might have been from Control taking those shots up the hill. Let's go ahead and put that on the iPad so you can see that they're trying to come down. Paper X Femmes are trying to come down from the top of the hill. But we also have Zero Mercy that's trying to come up the hills on that backside. Let's get back over to the inspector. The inspector trying to keep an eye over on the Paper X Femme. And now the Paper X Femme is just down to Lisa. Lisa, I don't know how you're going to be able to get on down into this zone. You are completely covered by 2 different teams, and so now it is Zero Mercy versus Team Control. It looks like Nightmare trying to come up and around because Control does need to come on out of there. And Zero Mercy already on that push to get a better control of the zone. So let me go ahead and put that up there the best I can, guys. Looks like Robin's gonna go. Try to get a better view of this for you. And I'm still missing one player. There we go. So now we do have team control. I'm not sure how control is going to be able to get out of there. JPK, the first one, trying to smoke the way, but we also have a player, Ninja, right in the truck stop. So Ninja watching is both Robin. It looks like it might be Robin versus Ninja inside. And let's get on over to Robin. Yeah, Ninja's right on that outside. And, oh, but that door, Robin, that door is covered by the Inspector and Nightmare. So, I don't know how Control is going to be able to get out of this. Not with all these angles that Zero Mercy does. Now, Control is right there, and I'm worried about the Ninja on this backside. I'm not sure if Control knows that Ninja's right here. Ninja coming right on in. Ninja gets found by JPK, but JPK also gets found. Coming in first, Zero Mercy with 11 eliminations, 10 placement points, 21 total points for this Miramar match for Zero Mercy. GG's. Coming in second, Team Control with 6 eliminations, and the Paper Rex Femmes coming in third with 6 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6. 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out. Zero Mercy Ninja. 6 eliminations, only 239 damage though. And that is it for us tonight. The scores can't get printed, so make sure you're over in the Esports Discord server so that you can find out who won tonight's $40. This finals will start tomorrow night, so come on back. Have a great night, a great weekend, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Good night, everyone.